We will win. We will win. We will win. We will win.
Insufficient sensor data. Incorrect.
10 fucking grueling hours.
Radio signal from another world. Sir?
This man is not a hero. He's a criminal. Shut up!
Hello everybody, it's your buddy Admiral Teag, and as you can see, we're coming out of the gate with the patent music playing because we have all just kind of been through. What is even the word for watching 2 episodes of New Trek a day, one of them twice? Oh my God, the things where we're taking you, you won't need eyes, but you should hit the like and follow button. And you should follow this channel if you haven't already. And you should give me your hype if you don't. If you have any to give, I'd love it. That's great stuff. We love the hype. I do it behind the dumpster. Welcome to the show.
Among other things.
Yeah, you know what? Here is a show that is to TV what music is to what Mungo Jerry was to music. If you remember him. In the summertime, like Google Mungo Jerry. This is the Mungo Jerry of TV shows, except that Mungo Jerry had one thing this show didn't have: a little bit of talent, just a little tiny spark of talent. He had in the summertime when the women look fine, and he was able to make money for 40 years like that. This show, not so much. We watched 2 brutal, horrifying episodes. The third episode is so stupid. The free fall continues. We continue on track. I have with me my Saving Star Trek panelists. We have Resolute Germ, JT Kirk, and Sean, all of whom hate me to varying degrees because of what I made them do. Sirs, I mean.
Wow.
So, this show, okay, if TOS were Mozart, Yo-Yo Ma was TNG, this is Squidward.
A Squidward?
Yes.
On the clarinet?
Yes.
That was.
I kept it within Paramount too.
That one, yeah.
I kept it within the Paramount family on that.
I would say this would be the recorder playing the 20th Century Fox intro.
Yeah,
you guys seen that thing?
I have seen when they do that. They have people with a bunch of kazoos playing that, right?
No, it's just someone on the old school recorder that you had in middle school.
That version.
Oh, that thing's That thing's
Do they do
funny.
it badly on purpose? Is it kind of poorly executed?
Oh yeah,
Well,
it's horrible. It's just like someone trying to like they found their recorder from middle school and they're trying to figure out the tunes for it.
whoever
It's like I haven't touched
originated
this in
it,
15 years. Let me try it.
I don't know who originated it, but something I want to say. I think I've heard that approach to the beginning of videos by Little Platoon. I want to say that, but I'm not positive. But you know what? Welcome, everybody. We have been through hell, and our correspondents, our intrepid correspondents, have watched this show. Sean and myself have watched both episodes. JT watched both episodes. Germ, we were able to get to watch an episode, and he is not too pleased about Starfleet Academy episode 2.
Just not healthy enough to survive 2 episodes.
You know what? Why don't we start from the beginning? Episode 2. We covered episode 1. Episode 2 is called Beta Test, and like, what a perfect name for this beta trek. They meet some beta males from Beta Z. The Betazoids now just to be dicks. They are not the discreet telepaths we once knew. Now they're all up in everybody's business, and like, I don't know if you heard about this, but they caught one of the sign language interpreters for the Betazoids was a fake sign language interpreter.
Oh,
She was
I was
actually-
going to
yeah.
ask if anyone knew ASL because to me it looked pretty damn fake.
It is
But I
really
don't
nasty.
speak
I ever
language,
saw.
so I don't know. But it's one of these things where I'm
All
like,
I know
"Nope,
is
it's
this
fake."
one where it means bullshit. There's the bullhorns and the shit.
I like that. See, Sean, I never know with you. You could break out and shock me at any time. Like when you went like full conversational Spanish that one time, I was like, oh my god, what next?
Si quieres hablar en español, yo puedo.
Welcome to our audience in Guadalajara. Well, I've changed their uniforms to make them wear the badges of what this show truly is about. Fuck
Admiral,
them. They don't
sir,
deserve
we're
any
gonna
kind
be-
of Star Trek symbol.
We're going to be in Havana by the end of the year. Broadcasting
Well,
directly in Havana.
You know what? I'll take up residence in my familial estate down there. If the capitalists come back, I have quite the horde coming to me as the light-skinned Cubano. I mean, if they want to go back to that system where they put me on top of society, I might be willing to like self-deport, even though I was born here. I would keep my American citizenship, but I mean,
Don't go to Florida. You're gonna have to pay $50,000. They were talking about imposing an escaped New York tax of $50,000 to people who's leaving New York to go to
Go
Florida.
fuck yourself. You're Florida. You'll take whoever comes there. Okay, I like Florida. I live there. You want New Yorkers there? They believe me. Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of Florida is completely uninhabitable. You show up there with a fucking fistful of actual real money and and a New York accent, and they'll be like, "This guy's gonna like have like a different perspective on being thrown out in the streets than people who grew up here." You know, he's like he's gonna try to keep a roof over his head. But you know what? Here's a show that shouldn't have a roof over its head. If ever there was a show that should have been ended, it is Starfleet Academy. Episode 2 was called Beta Test, and Germ. The main conflict of this one is a high-stakes diplomatic meeting that takes place at the summit, in fact, with Admiral Vance, who is from Discovery. He's like one of those real toxic masculine types who wants to tell women what to do. Yeah, I like him.
FKHC.
Oh.
Starting it off.
Actually, well, he is second.
Thank you,
to
sir.
Ruby Hoove.
Ruby, I
who?
apologize. Guys, please keep your eye on the chat for me while I run the New Trek show. I'm very, very sorry. I'll put it up on screen so I can see. I'm sorry, guys. My bad on this one. I've been slow on a couple of super chats. Thank you to Ruby Hoove, who's been a big sponsor and a big part of what we've been doing here. She has gifted 2 different memberships to our audience, and you know what? I promise you that we are going to try to get this one as entertaining as possible. I hope you're still out there. I see Dave C. I see Phantom Outsider. I see Radioactive. I see Crimlon. Tim FKHC has been with me for 5 months. Sir, I appreciate you being a regular attendee at all channel functions and like always being at all the channel shows. Like you've been at my streams for a long time, Tim. I really appreciate it. Also, Gavin is here. Hello, Gavin Blackburn, my friend. It's great to see Gavin. No, you're waiting for this. I'm not going to be pejorative him. We're going to be
No,
pushing
I'm just laughing at the background. I'm just taking a look at it, but you got to be careful. This is an actual screenshot you have here.
No, it's not.
Yeah, look at her. It's screen accurate right there.
Yeah.
It's been grokked 3 times.
No, it's a. I'm just joking.
I
It
know,
fucking
I
looks
think
like her.
It hit me after the fact. I'm like, yeah, okay. Space
No, her hair's not
It
gray
look-
enough. Yeah.
It looks more human than she does in the show.
I like that I forced
Ouch.
them to wear the inclusion com badge. I was like, even the pride flag has like a lot more dignity than anything this show's doing. I don't want to shame like the people of that flag.
She
too much.
looks like if Megan
deserve-
Rapinoe let herself go.
But yeah, and like all of a sudden, like drops off the radar for 10 years and shows up like Nancy Kerrigan, Family Problems, looking like she's been living a hard life. Like, yeah,
Old
like
leather.
That kind of transform. Yeah, you know,
She's
what?
a saddle from fucking Yellowstone.
I can see her on Johnny Bench's right hand, socking the fist in there. Come on, putting 2 fingers down. What can I tell you? She looks.
By the
like
way,
hell.
I'm a little fun tonight, guys. So
If
I'm a little
if you-
loose.
if you sent the land women or the women of land to the future for this group, which one do you think they could actually make over?
I don't know, but again, just on behalf of people for the channel, I do want to thank Ruby Who for gifting the 2 memberships to our community. We're gonna have, I think, a big old member meeting maybe on Sunday because now we don't have Yellowstone. People are kind of used to meeting them. Maybe we could all get together. We'll figure out a way to do it. Like I'll hang out longer and see if people could just come by and see as many people as I can. And maybe we won't get like maybe only some of it will be live or whatever. I haven't decided yet, or maybe members only. I don't know. We have enough people now. It'll be fun. The last time we really did it was November, so not too long ago. We've had 2, but during the day it seems like everyone might be jammed up. So a nighttime one might be worth doing. Anyway, Germ, the main conflict in this one is that we got to get the Betazoids to join the Federation again, or we'll be shit out of luck. They are just like the bestest ever. We missed their scary mind reading powers. And we have Man Hathaway. She's got a body like Keira Knightley. She looks like an 11-year-old boy, but she's got big horsey teeth and she kind of looks like Keira Knightley. Anne Hathaway. You want to tell us a little bit about Caleb's mission, the Riker Troy connection, classroom life, and of course, wonderful things like the Boothby Memorial. And Jerm, it wasn't a pleasure to be able to watch this one, which was directed by Mr. Kurtzman himself.
First, before Germ says anything, Germ, are you okay?
I am slowly recovering.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I didn't watch the second episode because I can't survive that. I can
Okay,
only
yeah.
survive once a day.
Yeah, because everyone, just to let you know, like in our group chat there, Germ seemed like he wasn't going to survive. So I'm glad he's okay and recovering. So we're glad, good to hear.
Also, I
Yes,
think
cursing out Teag did help.
I just want to say, in that group chat, one of the things I think the people who watched both agreed was that the Kurtzman effect is still going on. Like this episode 3 was markedly worse than episode 2, where we taught people to weaponize environmental laws against authority to get selfish gains, even if it puts people out of the place where they live.
Well, it follows the pattern, and everything they're saying is that episode 4 is even more off the rails.
It's gonna get worse and worse. Do we get a puppet show on this one too? All right, Jerm, let's go. Alex.
Well,
Kurtzman
someone's got their
and
hand up
writers,
an ass, that's for sure.
Nogano Landau and Jane Miggs with 23 producers, and guest starring Stephen Colbert and Oded Fear as Admiral Vance. Admiral Vance, a toxic male, but they made sure he was like Turkish or something. He's kind of like Bashirish, but like more swart, as Tolkien would say. I don't know how
Not
to
sure, but I would really love Admiral J.D. Vance in all of this.
We got him in
meanified
Star
version.
Trek Strange New Worlds. He was the mean version because he used a firearm instead of a phaser. Remember? They're like, they're savages.
Oh, yeah.
They have firearms. And then they killed a bunch of them with their phasers. And they're like, oh, thank God we're civilized. You couldn't have made them trolling themselves without knowing it. And this show keeps it up. Germ, you're on. We gotta let him give his synopsis before he just freaks out and jumps in the transporter and leaves.
Well, the biggest takeaway from this is these aren't betazoids. Betazoids are telepaths. These are all empaths. Big difference there. Not a damn one of them were telepathic in any way, shape, or form. Except for the girl who's supposed to have some type of suppressor on her because she's too empathic. What the hell about that?
Wasn't that convenient?
Yeah.
Selective telepathy. Their powers like came in one episode. They couldn't keep their powers consistent within the episode.
And why the hell are we using sign language? It's the 31st fucking century. Why the hell is he deaf? Is he just too much of a pretentious jackass to speak to people?
He drank way too much, I think, was the problem.
That would be a fucking Chad move if you had to meet with these assholes.
Well, yeah, I mean, because he ended up looking like he was an Italian talking.
His sign language is like, yeah, it was like gabagool sign language.
Yeah.
Like, hey, pangul.
Yeah. And that all was just made up. That was not ASL or anything else. They're just waving their hands like idiots.
Not only can they not cure nearsightedness, Phantom Outsider, but they have one pair of glasses they pass around the whole bridge. As Shatner himself pointed out, talking to, of all people, Stephen Miller.
Yeah,
Oh,
TNG
wow.
did it so much better with the red-haired porn guy.
Sean, remind me that after we get Germ's breakdown, we get your video. Should we do the video now? How long?
No, let's let. I want to hear what Germ has to say.
We gotta get Germ off the hook.
That was the main point of it. That these are not betazoids in any way, shape, or form. Betazoids are supposed to be wealthy, pretentious, and overly opened. Because they're telepaths. They can't physically keep secrets from people in their society.
And
they're very regal. I would call them regal.
But the thing is, none of them have like a Wi-Fi code. Like none of them even has like a Wi-Fi code. Everyone's an open Wi-Fi source picking up on everyone else's Wi-Fi. Like how does the planet like not like one long orgy like with a war going on the side? Like how is that ever? If everyone can read each other's thoughts, I mean, my God, could you imagine the presidential debate? Sean is doing his Captain Aki imitation.
It definitely reduces deception and dishonesty. So you could say that would actually make a far better politician. But that's way
Sean,
too
be careful.
deep.
We don't want you to go low energy on us with the wine. Careful, careful.
I'm just taking, dude. Trust me, I'm good. Oh
Sean,
no, I almost ruined my keyboard there.
I need you to. We just got a new one too, Sean. I need you to put on your battery indicator combats to see how charged up you are. All right. So, Jaron, please continue. Unless that's. Did you like the line? You know, go to aquarium, see large sea creatures that don't care that you're watching. Did you think that was a good line? Did you enjoy that line from Man Hathaway?
That was ripped off, I think, directly from a CW episode. It sounded that stupid. Most of this dialogue,
there was a couple of recognizable lines. There was a couple of recognizable lines that I had heard in other places in episode 3. There was a couple of recognizable lines that just like lifted. Guys, like remember how like you thought like there was never a time when people thought this was great, but like remember for a time like you know you did too many drugs and you drank too much and like new metal wasn't so great, so you listened to Oasis again one more time and you're like, wait, this is actually dog shit ripped off from the Beatles and it sounds like specific Beatles songs. Like what was I thinking? That's what's going. Imagine if there was no first introduction and it just like. Out of the gate, this is just like the worst Star Trek cover band ever. It's like Mini Kiss, but like doing their own music instead of playing the tracks.
Oh, okay.
Unaware of the
there's
joke.
nothing wrong with Mini Kiss. Come on.
Mini Kiss is great because the music playing is Kiss, and it's just dwarves out there fucking rock and roll all night and partying every day with a female Peter Criss, and it's fucking hilarious. And they do. as a punk performer, I played with Mini Kiss, not on stage with them. I mean, on the same bill with Mini Kiss once or twice, and we were up there dancing and fucking screaming too, because fucking, come on, it's Kisses from Queens. But Mini Kiss is licensed, which is another thing that this show shouldn't be much longer. We're getting
good point.
There's only 20 episodes left in the pipeline, guys. This brings us down to, I think, 17, right? Can someone calculate? We have 5 of Strange New Worlds, right? 1 season more, right? So that would be 5.
Yeah. There's 10 in season 1 of this abomination. No episode.
So 6 more.
Season 2.
So 7 more.
Yep. So that's 12 plus whatever season 2 of this garbage is.
By the end of this one, will they even, we have been saying, no Star Trek show is real until it airs, and this one didn't drop for an extra 5 or 6 minutes. I'm like, oh my god, they finally changed their minds. I got sane. But then it did drop. But this is much worse than the last episode of Strange New Worlds, and the much less than the previous episode of Star Trek, Star Trek Starfleet Academy that we reviewed last week when we only did episode 1, unaware that episode 2 had dropped. So, Jerb, please continue. This one was relatively simple. We introduced House Slytherin. You want to tell us about the War College a little?
Well, in this episode, the only part of the War College you had when what's her name was giving the speech, and they're just standing there in their half-assed black uniforms.
Yeah, they suck. They're supposed to suck, but they're mostly women. The thing is that they're basically being trolled as though they were young Republicans and they deserve it. That's the show's disposition.
Well, okay, this is the War College, right? In most species in the Star Trek universe, the men are the protectors, and the more physically capable species. Where are all the men to defend this galaxy?
I believe that they're making sandwiches. I mean, that's what men do in Alex Kurtzman's world. Men are making sandwiches the way Alex Kurtzman makes sandwiches while his wife tells him what to write. Then he goes in and he transcribes what his boss has told him, puts it through an AI, in my opinion, and we get this trash. So,
Admiral,
the War College of the Young Republicans.
To that point, I think the reason why the Betazoids were using sign language was the people that wrote this know nothing about Star Trek, and so they put in 3 or 4 keywords into the AI of their choice, and the AI doesn't really know what Star Trek is, but it knows how to read scripts, right? So that episode that Sean was talking about earlier with the gentleman that was the negotiator with the red hair that was deaf, that had to use sign language, who did not want to be healed. They could have healed him, and he said no. Right? It was a rare birth defect where you had to have the right lineage and 10 times of the recessive patterns to get it, and all this. Riva, yeah. So the AI picked up on Riva as a negotiator, right? And then they picked up on Troy, who had a thing with Riva, and you can start to see how the AI stitched it together. That
Riva
somehow
looked like the kind
Betazoids
of guy who had terrible breath and took really stinky shits.
Oh yeah. That's how they get the Chancellor in here, or the leader, whoever he is, Space MAGA, in here talking with his hands, because the AI hallucinated a relationship with Riga and Deanna. And that's why that's there. You notice the rest of them can talk. It's only the one guy that's leading the negotiation that can't talk. And it has no telepathy.
And unlike us, he doesn't carry his earbuds around or anything like that. When he needs to talk, a little drone flies across the room, attaches to his neck, and then reads his hand sign language and speaks for him in a male voice that's appropriate to the actor, more or less. The thing I thought was really weird about this was it was counterintuitive, non-futuristic. Once again, their tech level is below ours, which has been consistent throughout all of this Kurtzman Trek. His tech level is always so far below ours. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. They can't do anything until they need to do the most far-fetched thing, and then it's easy. Man Hathaway and her is the daughter of the president of dude. the people from Alphazoid must be really cool. I want to meet them after meeting the people from Betazoid. I mean, they were just so fucking uncool. I couldn't stand them. These was it supposed to be Mafia World, like Space Trump? It's like they have a wall. I'm like, I like this guy. He's sounding all right so far, but the show just portrayed him as evil. Even though most of what he did, I thought was cool. I thought if I was, by the way, if I was president of the Federation, I would put a Dyson sphere around Earth. We need a wall. And every time someone told me no, that Dyson sphere would get 10 feet thicker. I don't want people from Tijuana 2 coming here and taking our jobs.
Admiral Sir, I do have like a takedown of this whole episode. I don't want to push Germ out on any of this. I want him to get all of his important things.
I think Germ wants to purge this out the way that the dwarf pukes in Game of Thrones. Do you want to finish throwing up there, young Lannister, and be finished with this? What was the worst moment?
This worst moment, I think, is when he was on the fence, literally.
Oh.
They made half a dozen puns in 2.5 minutes about him being on the fence.
Please describe the situation. Please describe the nature of the plot emergency.
Caleb is hopping a fence why are there fences in the 31st century? They have force fields. And he's just sitting up there, and he happens to stare at the Betazoid girl sitting on the bench. And they proceed to have a conversation with him sitting up there where they each repeatedly refer to him literally sitting on the fence. The puns.
Yeah, she uses that phrase too. You're literally sitting on the fence.
You're like literally on the fence. He's like, I'm not really on the fence. Did I just say that while I was on the fence? Silly man.
The only way they could have done this in a funnier manner is to put a fucking beanie on the top of main character when he sat on the fence.
Honestly,
yeah. A Tim Pool joke. But that's too clever for them.
Or go with like a Swiss house analogy. But like the people who write this show would want a Swiss house of their own. I think that they would love to tell us what to think and feel. I don't think that they're comfortable with us having our own ideas and feelings. But Germ, the main part of this episode concerns Robert Picardo doing his appearance, and he'll be gone for episode 3, which was refreshing. Honestly, episode 3 is carried by our new Trek new stars. It's a panoply of stars. But what we have is we introduced this episode after a stupid cold open that makes no sense. We're going to give everybody a jar of ectoplasmic coom. It's like Astroglide or something. And if it gets out of the sealed container, it will go and smother you and kill you. But you have to keep it with you for a week, like the thing with the egg that they do on TV in high school, but never in a real high school. Because in my high school in Queens, like people would be throwing those eggs at that fucking teacher so goddamn quick.
We actually had babies that had like some sensor in it that could somehow detect if you messed up with it when I was in school. But yeah, it was totally.
That. We had a daycare center for the students, babies.
But yeah, it was. And Picardo makes a seriously unfunny joke about it. It's like it's gonna move in with you. It's gonna blow. And I'm like, dude, this isn't funny.
And he's walking. The way he walks around can only be described as cavorting. He's like, you have to understand the romantic potential of mucus. And I'm like,
why?
Where is this coming from? Like what? Like, please state the nature of the medical emergency. Like what? Exactly. That was a fun line.
And then he says, if you get sprayed, you get a C. And NPC character says, well, if that's a C, what's an F? He says F is if it kills you. And we're all supposed to laugh hysterically at that moment. And it isn't funny.
And he literally backs up his joke to let us know it's a joke by saying something. If it kills you, let me know. Then again, don't. He actually says something pretty close to that. It was some dumb
that's a running trend that I'll get to later about that.
Buying back the joke to try to make a joke of the fact that you can't make a joke?
No, just that every fucking scene has something like that. Literally every scene has
anyone disagree
some
with me?
stupid
Go ahead.
fucking humor in it.
Does
Everything,
anyone
every
disagree with
scene.
me? This show's way of telling a joke is to tell a joke and then joke about the failure of that joke, as though telling the unfunny joke in the first place justifies the unfunny repertoire and failed wordplay that Alex Kurtzman loves so much. Forgive me, critical drinker, but I'm going to plagiarize from your like you have the best brain. I'm just going to use your best words. Alex Kurtzman's Starfleet Academy is the most Alex Kurtzman production that ever to Alex Kurtzman its way through Alex Kurtzman verse. This was just shit. So episode 2 concludes with, I forget what happens. We see whales. There be whales here.
Here's some whales.
Oh, we went to San Francisco.
Yep.
Oh,
They were checking
There
him
we
out
go.
there.
Yeah.
oh no, sir.
And if you're going to Trans Francisco,
And if you guys notice in that scene, they just kept looping the actual sounds from Star
Yes.
Trek 4. The
Yes.
few whale songs from Star Trek 4, they just clipped them and put them on a loop.
I was waiting for them to call them George and Gracie or something like something relatable to George and Gracie, or to talk about George and Gracie. But what happened was they walked past a sign that probably was well thought out by a stagecraft guy who liked Star Trek and was like, "Fuck these people! I'll just do this on my
Or
own time."
I'm surprised they didn't name them after the honeymooners. Like, oh, there's Alice and God, what was Jackie Gleason's name?
They would have named him after the Homo Mooners. It was like there's Eddie and Joe, the Homo Mooners.
Yeah.
This was
No,
crude, agendized garbage. I hated it.
Oh, sorry, I messed up the
so-
stage.
they would have
It's okay, Sean.
they would have probably
try
named
that.
it after like one of them would have been Ellen.
Ellen and Rosie.
No, it would have been Ellen and Portia.
Oh, Ellen and Portia. Yeah.
Or Porsche and Mercedes, like things that Alex
Oh, yeah,
Kurtzman
yeah.
bought on the dime of Paramount. Unfortunately, in my opinion, this did nothing to debunk my theory that he makes this so bad that they're afraid to let anyone else own it, and that they buy it just to keep him from being able to sabotage future Star Trek. Although I might say that they, whether we want it or not, like their bravado about Star Trek this year, maybe we get Star Trek United in like 18 months or something. But that movie this year, they have to get away and past the Kurtzman stuff. So, Jerm, do you want to put a bow on episode 2 and give it a grade? Was there a best moment? When did it soar, Jerm? When did it hit its stride?
Stride? This show doesn't have a stride.
When did it
It's had a couple of strokes and walks really
itself?
weird. Yeah.
When did it wheel itself up to the staircase and then realize that it couldn't get to its own crew quarters?
I think when they put the tennis balls on the bottom of the plot to keep it stable while the plot walked around, that's when it was a real game changer for the stability. This show brought to us by Snickers, says Phantom Outsider. Since my electronic Stephen Colbert said, hangry is the greatest enemy in the 32nd century. I thought it was a real lack of storytelling. Well, I mean, we're not even like halfway there with the lack of storytelling, because episode 2 told a simpler story. It was the most boring hour. We spent time, we saw everything everyone did, including throwing away a piece of paper into a waste paper basket. And when you drained it from across the room, it played the Star Trek theme when you throw away garbage. It played the Star Trek theme when you throw away garbage. This is not why Star Trek was created. When we get to the final season of Kurtzman Trek, because I can't see him getting renewed. We might be looking at the total death of Star Trek for 10 to 15 or forever. This might be it. He really is killing Star Trek in every way I could think of. But when we get to the point where we're at the last season of Strange New Worlds, I'm going to do the speech from the Omega Glory, and I think we're all going to feel it in a way we never did before. This is the last coom place. What was ours before will be ours again, because I'm going to tell you in 2027, if there is absolutely no Star Trek at all, it'll be the best year for Star Trek since 2008, when there was
Yep.
no Star Trek at all.
Yep.
Except maybe some releases of back catalogs. If they just take it easy and release some 4Ks that are worth buying of Next Generation, concentrate, like how about like a best of collection for some of the arcs first, be inventive, sell this stuff, make some money for get a cash injection, but this is not going to do it for you. Get away from this. So Germ, at the end of episode 3, the Betazoids join, don't they?
Yeah, they join because the Federation gives them the capital out of nowhere.
Right, yeah.
So, if you join, you get the capital.
I don't know why they wanted to put it in the Caliphate of France.
That's what they did in Rome. In the Roman times, they're like, we're called Rome, but you know what? We'll just move it to wherever the fuck. Okay, we're going to move it to Syria. Syria is going to now be the capital of the Roman Empire.
Well,
so that way you can join.
Since they're politically correct and the Cosa Nostra gangsters, is the idea that like we moved our capital to Betazoid to mimic the move of putting the U.S. capital in a slaveholding area by putting it in Virginia. Is that what they're trying to mock? I mean,
no. They just think that's how you negotiate.
They weren't aware of that compromise. They've never read the Constitution or any history books.
No, they haven't. They also have not read The Art of the Deal.
Pamphlets.
Admiral, one of my big critiques here is that none of these negotiations actually act as a negotiation session. Especially the first one, they called it a plenary session. That's when
the leader of Betazoid
word.
You know what? Check this out through the Art of the Deal filter. JT and I share a love of the book Art of the Deal for obvious reasons. So JT, you put this one through the Art of the Deal filter. When the president of Betazoid wanted to make his demands met, shouldn't what he did also have included, and also we won't contribute to the Federation. In fact, it'll be run by Chancellor Aki for one Starfleet uniform a year.
Yeah, what were they offering the Federation anyway? Because like they were like these guys were on the brink of destruction, and it was like this alien species is going to come through our wall. Wow, metaphor. These aliens are going to break through our wall. We're almost destroyed, but we're going to put all these demands on you. That's like when you give a homeless guy a meal and he goes, "I won't take it unless it's a happy meal." I want the free meal to be exactly this, or I'm not taking it. Like, well, fuck off.
You're not going to supersize me?
Yeah.
Bro, you're not going to supersize me?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've had people do that. They took a bum, a hobo guy, an Egg McMuffin meal, and he goes, I'm vegetarian, and he didn't accept it.
That's why he ended up there in that case. But I mean, I've also seen people be like only one, which is like, what the fuck? But I mean,
none of this, jokes aside or no jokes, however you want to think about this, a plenary session is like a full session with all members in attendance. That was not a plenary session. That was just a few people standing in front of two podiums talking while the cadets at the
with
academy
an audience,
That was an opening presser.
I mean, maybe they're trying to appease their paymasters of the CCP. Because they have plenary sessions, Soviet, the communists love having plenary sessions. They love calling it that too. So maybe they were trying to ingratiate themselves with Red China. I don't know.
Hold on a second, JT. We're gonna go public with the private chat. We've been the talk of the show has been that Sean is loving Tig Notaro's look here as the instructor. We've just been going back and forth about it for a
I want to know, what did you prompt Grok with to make it come out that way?
Make her look reminiscent of Keith Richards at 50 and give her a heavy cigarette smoker vibe.
It fits. That tracks.
Really? Did you ever hear anything about The Walking Dead in there?
Nothing, no zombie stuff, nothing. I think that there's just so much art where Keith is portrayed as a zombie that it went there. I think that the top was give her a Keith Richards kind of like look. That was the exact phrasing. I'd give her a Keith Richards kind of look and make it look like she smokes a lot of
Jesus
cigarettes.
Christ, that's
Just
funny.
remember, the first one was too flattering. This thumbnail was changed all day long, guys. I worked hard on this one. The final thumbnail I worked on for like 3 hours. This is your final thumbnail here.
Yeah,
This is
and notice the
Hogwarts-
pins, you guys. Like it's
They're
just
wearing the
missing.
badges they deserve.
It just needs a couple of scissors added to it.
Yeah.
There's always next week for that one.
Yeah.
We found out that these two do a lot of scissoring in episode 3. So, Germ, I believe. Hey, Lombardi is here. Hello, sir.
Hey, Lombardi.
I see Teag Odyssey. Hello, I was watching you earlier.
Hey, Deej.
You had a few people watching.
Orville
Like,
Nation's
hey.
here. Yeah.
Hey, we got Peach. What's going on, Peach? Good to see you. I'm behind. The Dead Man is here. He was the Grateful Trek reviewer the other night. He did a great Trek review that I shared. I enjoyed watching it. I was looking through that one. Be careful. You never know when Admiral Teague is just going to be there.
So
Sorry,
Admiral,
guys. Just wrapping up my
scenario
apartment by
here.
mistake. Yeah.
Scenario here. Say there's a sparsely populated area of the world that is of significant land size, and the United States is trying to get them to join their country.
Right.
You say, sure, we'll move Washington, D.C. to your island if you join us. We wouldn't do that. We would just wait it out till the next elected individual got into place to sign that deal. There's no reason to move your capital. This is the stupidest series of negotiations with fake controversy that comes out of nowhere. The whole negotiation chain is, and this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens,
And they're going to move it to the most undefended area.
right. Earth is in a part of the galaxy that's fairly remote to the rest of things, right? You really have to go deep into the Federation to get to Earth. And if you move your capital, okay, if you move your
By the
capital,
way, we forgot something. Both episodes pulled this off. The 21 producer achievement was unlocked on both episodes. The first one had 23. Episode 2 had 23 fucking producers. Episode 2, they scraped by with 21. There wasn't enough.
That's
22.
2 producers for each actor in the show.
yeah, I'm
They
sitting here
have,
going,
11 name cast at the most.
are half of these producers like fluffers or something? Why can't we just fire like a third of the producers and hire writers that are accepting higher than McDonald's pay?
I'm thinking a lot of these producers are similar to the Somali daycare workers.
They're
They actually
quality
do.
layering producers.
Yeah,
executive
Starfleet Leading
producers.
Academy, absolutely. And they didn't get like the primary person for any role. Like this was the person who would have not even made the cut for the hot chick in like a real CW show. Their like good-looking guy would not have made the cut. Like he's not as handsome as Dawson. And Dawson was kind of ugly and looked like a young, like Russell Crowe. Like there was nothing to write home about. Oh, no, was that James Vandergeek? Who was the one who looked like Russell Crowe? Was that like One Tree Hill or whatever? I don't know. All the other shows are fucking the same. So anyway, we're doing Felicity in space. Basically, so episode 2 stops. Jerm, I think, have you felt you've condemned this enough? Would you like to condemn me for a moment for making you watch it? Just get out.
They're a bunch of fucking assholes.
Yes, and for making me watch this, I will get you back.
Oh no.
Would you say Teague is a fucking asshole for it?
I don't think that quite covers it.
Okay, well, because I'm trying to segue here. Because speaking of fucking assholes, we have it. We have a new clip, everybody. Let me bring it up here. Okay, you guys ready?
We're on the clip now. Here we go.
Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, we're gonna have to mute you guys. So, wait, what? There we go. Okay, we're gonna have to mute here.
I remember Lieutenant Ilea saying she wore this like a fucking asshole.
Teag unit. Teag unit. Teag unit. Why do you put this device on my head? Like a fucking asshole. This device serves no purpose. Remove device. I am not a fucking asshole.
There we go.
That's a call back to our Star Trek the Motion Picture coverage where, for some reason, they dress a little like a fucking asshole. We'll get around to that. These people just wake up and if we said that about every person on this show who dressed like a fucking asshole, notice here that in this relationship, Tignataro is the male of the two, and the Klingon they them Hadar for some reason is the female, even though she's got real dominant masculinity, and she's she screams she screams her compassionate words of safe encouragement. Rather than talks to them nicely. She bullies one cadet into running away and crying in the episode, and then then we get this thing about how the academy is a safe space. It's so we get for thee, not for me kind of morality, and it's a safe space, and we're gonna put our feet up on the chairs like a fucking asshole.
Cadets with glasses.
They got a pairs. They didn't have to pass them around the goddamn class.
Admiral, I think there might have been somebody that. Oh, here we'll read radioactive first.
Hold on, we got the long range radar.
Admiral Teague, incoming super chat.
The sonar detected it because this is a new Trek show. Teague unit, Sean unit, JT unit, Sherm unit. The Teague unit is illogical. I will sterilize its brain now. You know what? After this show, the Teague unit I might be looking for V'ger. I might want my brain sterilized.
The two on the screenshot here are looking for V'ger.
They are Badger.
Badger, yeah.
Behold, Badger. Is that like some kind of personal massaging device? Get Admiral 2-pack in here. Star Trek has been co-opted by I don't know how to explain this. It's there's strong black women, and then there's mean-spirited lesbian assholes who don't have the courage of their convictions, like this fat sadist bitch, and her overly calm, on opioids, level personality, non-actor girlfriend or boyfriend. It seems like Tim McKellen is the dude in this one, and I don't. So Nicotino,
Buddy Hepburn just killed me.
Nicotino. Hello, Ray Lucard.
Admiral, somebody in this who wrote this is so out of touch and so dumb that they secretly looped all the way back to being kind of based. By making the chancellor at the beginning of the episode saying, if you want to save the galaxy, and I don't have the proper Canadian accent for this, but if you want to save the galaxy, make your bed. Leave your room.
Oh God! Did they pull out a Jordan Peterson in there?
They had the chancellor at the beginning talk about making your bed. And I was
Didn't Jordan Peterson echo that because some military commandant said that after an incident?
Yeah, it was a commencement address of West Point, and he was saying, and he gave that example: make your bed.
But the thing,
maybe it was Air Force, but it was some general. And he was right.
He was right.
Well,
it's good advice. I actually fucking do that, dude. I get up in the morning. It's the first thing I do. I make my, and you know what? It's true. I wait 90 minutes. I wait 90 minutes for my coffee. No, try it. It actually does do you well.
If you can wait at least 60 minutes, but preferably 90, like Sean said, research has suggested that the levels of stress hormones in your body have begun to stabilize. After 60 to 90 minutes. So
and you don't crash later.
Get coffee. One, you don't crash later. Two, it reduces the ability or reduces the chances of you getting addicted to eating that coffee first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Because before
I
that,
drink 4 cups
caffeine
of
interrupts
espresso
your
in the morning. I'm a
hormone.
crazy fucking Cuban. No, I'm gonna
It
continue
takes
to
a
wake up.
week or so to get used to it, but it's way better. Anyway,
Maybe I can
Well,
back
The
to it
addiction
in time.
is the entire point of it.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's
I
true.
I wake up, I go to the replicator, and I get Synthacrack, and if I want to calm down, I get the Synthacrack antidote. I mean,
Yeah. I wake up. I
Only
make
the
sure I
dead
make
man
my.
knows the point.
Yeah, I wake
Take
up.
your
I make
dump.
my son some breakfast, and then I go
Yes, he
take a
does.
dump, and then I get changed, and then I take my son to school, and then I get on the conference call. And after that first hour of the conference call, then I make my coffee. There you go.
And then you
Yeah,
call then you talk to the banker and he goes, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to wake up nice and early. I'm going to walk down here. I'm going to come in here. And if you don't have my fucking money, I'm going to take this fucking bat and I'm going to bash you through the head with it. And 20 years from now, when I'm coming out of jail, maybe you'll be coming out of your coma. You know what I'm going to fucking do? I'm going to hit you over the fucking head again because I'm fucking stupid. Jail don't mean nothing to me. Jail's my fucking business.
Well, she with the
That was a direct
$10
quote from the main
Zeppelins,
character in
yeah.
this show.
Just from Casino.
Yeah, I mean, they think they try to write dialogue like that, and they still are stuck in like U.S. Marshals and The Fugitive are their shows, man. Overlapping dialogue is really bad. But Welshie, our friend RRTNZ, thank you so much. We sat through this horrible show. Did you watch it?
Nice.
What I find most disheartening are the morons who turn up on social media to defend Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
One of them told me the captain was a badass bitch. That was a bot, my friend. What level of stupidity out there? Humanity is doomed. I'm going to make a prediction here. Germ and I, when we predicted that we would start to find out that Alex Kurtzman is probably fired about now, said that in 2024 because we're not fucking idiots. Like we don't make like a hard prediction. We've still like this is like 15 years into YouTube. We had like an analysis on like hard predictions, so like we kept it within the foreseeable. Like we think we can't see the Ellisons keeping them, but like by January 2026, I think when this sale we didn't say the date, but we said we got it right about 8 months after the sale goes through. We'll know like the disposition and if the Kurtzmans. If the Ellisons get this, we think he's gone. So now, right about the time we said from the sale, we're seeing that, and it falls in January, that Kurtzman does look like he's going to be gone. And we did say, because the original time frame was that if it had happened in January, that by around St. Patrick's Day would be confirmation he's gone. We're hearing that he's the most far-fetched rumor I researched deeply today. The most generous, far-flung rumor is that he is allowed to film till August 31st, but almost all uniformly say December 31st, 2025.
Yeah.
With an extension of January 31st, he was able to film till. They gave him one extension, so I don't know about the 2020. I do know he found a way to populate the entire year with his shows, and what Paramount needs to do is now that they're all made, just flush them out there. Just don't do the special effects. Have them reacting to a screen. Have them all be on screen. Save the money. No one's going to watch it. Memory hole it real quick. Just don't put it on the Star Trek tab. Forget about it. Sell it to completely insane people. Never give broadcast rights out to this. No one wants. You're not going to get money for it anyway. RRT and Z, you know what? Humanity isn't doomed. This show is already canceled. It was stillborn. This second season is nothing more than part 2 of season 1. The cast is working for half pay. Their careers have been damaged. The only person who's laughing their way to the bank on this one is Kurtzman and Tig Notaro because she didn't act in the first place. So if she doesn't do good, what the fuck does she care?
She just talked. But to clarify for RT and Z, the captain is not a badass bitch. If you ask her, it's I'm a badass bitch. Yeah,
she sounds drunk. I'm sorry, I don't care. It was too loud on set. They didn't give her enough takes. It was one take for everyone. JT caught.
They got Nancy Pelosi to do the script for her.
It sounds like her dentures are slipping out. She doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
It's goddamn terrible. And she sounds drunk. Holly Hunter never sounded any of those things before, and no one, not even the least talented person until now, has ever told us that she has a problem And I would point out, she didn't tell us. Alex Kurtzman told us. He probably found that in her bio. She did not look like she was able to believe in this script. Her effort is there sometimes. It's on.
I don't think
some
she
point
gave
it
a
goes
shit.
be
She
angry.
didn't.
It's
She
only
didn't
there
give
when
a
she can
shit
be
about
angry.
this.
Every once in a while,
Admiral-
she embarrassedly tried to act a little, is what I'm saying. Like you could see here and there.
I think that was just out of
This-
habit. I think that's just like the training. You know, like you can get a guy out to play basketball or baseball, and he just doesn't care. He's still going to sink a few shots. That was just autopilot. Like, she didn't give a shit about this.
Like a woman slipping on ice, she was accidentally graceful.
Admiral,
She
there
could
is
have. I wouldn't
something-
count that out.
There is something here that none of the other reviews have really gone into from the big folks yet. If you count up the number of references of the burn on this episode alone, there's 4. There's 4.
I was one short.
Yeah,
I-
but you were
I counted
close.
3.
There's 4 references.
I found a
to
way
the
to leave the room a
quote-unquote-
lot. I
to
did a lot of
the,
tweeting during the 3
the
viewings of
seminal
episode
event
3.
to the seminal event on this show. There's 4. Why are they doing this? Well, I can tell you why. This is a desperate plea, a desperate attempt to erase every Star Trek show from 1966 to 2023. We'll just say,
Yeah, it's a
because-
parting shot. This is absolutely.
Yeah.
These are all parting shots now. Every episode has been worse than the one before since Section 31 didn't fly, and why he thought that was going to fly is beyond me. Beyond me.
I also have
that baffled. He's that cool.
further issues with this. Not only do they not accommodate the deaf guy very well in this show, there's somebody in a wheelchair.
Yeah, why the
A
fuck?
wheelchair, not
on
an
behalf of my
anti-grav
friend.
chair. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not even good as Captain Pike's. On behalf of my friend Bird of Prey 5, who said this about when they rolled it out on Discovery, fuck that. It's insulting. I'm in a wheelchair, and I'll say it. And I was like, I want to say it on my show tonight. Are you okay?
Did you mean to say when they
please
rolled
say
it out?
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, I absolutely didn't. But I now know why Captain Pike limited his responses to yes or no, having to talk to that fucking crew. It's like, Captain, I have so much I want to tell you. Boop,
In 1,200
boop.
years
What do you
from
mean,
now.
no, Captain? Boop, boop. But
12?
Captain, there's so much. Can I melt with you? Boop, 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 boop.
I mean, they regrew Nog's leg. Okay, they regrew limbs. They can't even get a robot like an artificial way to walk around.
Worf got a brand new spine.
Yeah,
I
Worf
saw
got a
on the
brand new
news that a
spine.
woman in America last week had her ear reconstructed from a congenital birth defect and had an artificial ear canal constructed from rib cartilage and now has an ear that's passable and works. So their
Awesome.
tech level is again
That is
below ours.
awesome.
That is fucking awesome. And it's great news.
I mean, we're almost at the brink of cloning and 3D printing organs now. Like we're
wait to
practically there.
And when they put that out there, my thought was,
clone some of my talent and give it to some people.
I told people in our Star Trek chat here, I told this crew, I'm going to talk to the Judge Advocate General's office at Starfleet Command. And I might have to go to the Federation Council about this. They are blatantly violating the Federations with Disabilities Act of 2310.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh! Hey,
All the
dead
stairs
man.
everywhere. How in no ramps? There's no accessibility ramps anywhere. How is this
There's
person in a
stairs
wheelchair going to get
everywhere.
around? It's
And they
all
don't- yeah,
stairs,
they don't
not-
have,
yeah.
They don't have they don't have anti-grav chairs either.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
The dead man, thank you very much with the $9.99. I think I rolled this one out too. Greenlandian super chat. We use the term red shirt for security people who die at away missions. I think we should use yellow shirt for people who get into bad relationships with women. Barkley, Jordy, Kim, Reno. Yeah, and here.
Yeah.
I'm calling Tig Notaro Nicotero. She
But
looks just hangs out in the room and smokes cigarettes all day. I realize she had cancer and that's supposedly in poor taste. You know what? So fucking sue me. All right. My mother had cancer. All right. Terrible disease. I'm glad she beat it. But, Alex Kurtzman has no business foisting her on us as a Star Trek performer. If he wants to hire her to do his kid's coming out party on National Coming Out Day or whatever the occasion might be, and the cool thing is most people would sue me for saying that, but he wouldn't. You know what? He can do that, but she doesn't belong on Star Trek. She does not belong on Star Trek, and her delivery is not television worthy. I only know two things, kid. You can stop right there. And Disparu stopped her there. How many times did Disparu use that line in his video? That was great.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
I'll be surprised too.
So I'm sitting here going, you know what? And this started actually to make me angry. I was joking about trying to make a lighthearted situation out of the whole wheelchair thing, and I by no means am trying to dig on anyone who is.
We know and love people who need them and who are handicapped.
Exactly.
We are human beings. We are not these weirdos who write these shows, these AIs and young adult novel writers.
It is so like 1 micron deep of caring about these groups. There are, like I said, there are no accessibility ramps. Groups. There is no accommodation for the physically disabled, or differently capable, however you want your term to be. I'll please.
They're oppressing these people.
Let us go. Not yet. Fucking bitch.
They don't give a shit. They actually don't give a shit. You're there as a prop for them, and that is insulting as hell. That is insulting as hell. Speaking of insulting,
I gotta thank Welshie for the $2 Greenlandian super chat where he says, even on Star Trek, they even have mechanical arms.
Find this man.
So
he had a mechanical arm.
When I came home, there was a man in my house.
I fought with this man.
If we're going to go with insulting here, we need to get into some of this dialogue. And I do have some of the dialogue.
It was great. I think here's my favorite part of the show. Here we go.
Carthaginians defending the city were attacked by 3 Roman legions. Arab women stripped them of their tunics and their swords and lances. The soldiers lay naked in the sun. 2,000 years ago, I was here. Well, this match will not be postponed.
After watching that second episode, and that was one was for Welshie. Thank you, RRTN said, you get Patton for you. You know what? After watching that episode of Star Trek Starfleet Academy, I feel like I was absolutely in the Peloponnesian Wars with Alexander the Great. Lived through, and I feel like they had bad Star Trek back then too. Like there was some guy like, bring Kurtzmanus to us. Kurtzmanus, amuse us with your tales of stupidity. There was a great captain called Kirk who was gay. Kurtzmanus is the greatest jester of all.
So, are you ready for some Academy Award-winning dialogue or Emmy Award dialogue here?
Did we show Sean's video? I don't remember.
We did.
We did. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay. Yes, we are. We're good on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, you know what? If Andrea was talking to the Teag unit, I wouldn't have been silent. I would have had a few. Andrea, we're going back to my quarters where I'm going to put more than just a USB jack in you.
So right away in the first 5 minutes of this show, you get main character calling his now roommate somebody with a quote teeny tiny fish stick and flips him off.
Yeah, their argument is like they fight like 2 nasty gay guys. And thanks everyone for being here. 22. I don't know if it seems like maybe we're picking up some people, a couple of people watching over on the green stream. Hello to you.
Hopefully one of those is Vic Fontaine.
I hope so. Did I remember to activate this stream? That would probably help. I didn't. Welcome to our review of episode 3. Welcome to our review of episode 3. I got it.
The next one here, the teacher, the they them Hadar says, "This class is about me,"
which is shows absolutely no awareness of teaching, but is absolutely what the parents of what those people said, the writers of this show said to their kids' parents when they went as a same-sex couple to tell that teacher what they were going to teach everyone's kid. And boy, were they surprised when they got thrown the fuck out of that school. I hope.
Yeah, sir. The next quote is by the Marshal. She is looking down upon everyone and says, democracy doesn't live in a place. It lives in continuous action. But then says completely unrelated things for the next 4 sentences after that. A democracy doesn't live in a place. It lives in continuous action.
Yeah,
they fucking sense whatsoever.
They had runtime to burn. They threw as much dialogue that didn't make sense in a row until they felt they reached like a point where it was breaking up in flight, and then they just like gave up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like they're just struggling to burn runtime. A lot of this show should not be an hour long. 40 minutes would be too long.
Right. Well, this guarantees you could never put it on TV by making it 60 minutes or 62 minutes. The other
you could easily edit like 20 minutes out of every episode. Nothing would be lost. A lot would be gained.
Yes.
20 minutes of life would be regained.
And here's something that you could edit out. We have main character saying that it was technically one of the good things about maybe going back to prison instead of staying in the academy is that prison has toilet wine. Yes, folks, on your Star Trek show, the main character says that it's great to go to prison because of toilet wine.
And they're idiots because they've already broken their teachers' codes and could have all the booze they want from the replicators. Although they destroyed the replicators playing laser tag in this episode. Why the phasers that were only set on transporter mode suddenly became real phasers when they needed them to for one moment and then went back to being transporter
Who
phasers?
knows?
You could figure that one the fuck out later. They said it only has one setting. They're pretty. The contradicting pretzel bending back on itself dialogue has remained a constant for these terrible fucking writers.
Now, the next throwaway
Fish
line.
Sticks was funnier, Dave. Fish Sticks is the way to go. It doesn't matter that it was a mistake.
Fish sticks in your
There
mouth.
are no more fish sticks anymore. They're fish sticks for the rest of all of our lives.
So the next throwaway line is very Gen Z blue sky of them. And main character finds out he has to have a roommate. A roommate? The dude's been in fucking prison for how long?
Yeah. I mean, how many times do you have to sleep in like a communal setting?
With
a shower with the dudes. Ugh.
But having a roommate at a military academy is the quote literal definition of fascism. So I went to the Merriam-Webster dictionary here, folks.
I found that offensive as a Spaniard. Remember, they made it work until 1976 there, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Fascism is a populist political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts nation and often race above the individual, that is associated with a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, and that is characterized by severe economic and social regimentation and by forcible suppression of opposition. So apparently having a roommate is literally that definition that I just read to you.
Yeah, he became an undesirable. It was a camp. Let me just say very quickly.
He wants his next roommate in prison to be Don Lemon.
He's got a chance.
Yeah.
You know what? Isn't it funny that if you rearrange the names in Don Lemon's last name, it still spells melon? But like, what a weird fucking guy. I didn't get this one. All I can say is when we look at our characters here, like, guys, is it me or like it's the truth? Like the female of the species is larger and deadlier than the male in lesbian couples here. Although this is the weirdest of lesbian couples. They're two gay men. But it's Nicotino and like whatever Tina Yashida, like these are the fightiest, meanest. She looks like she hangs out in the smoking room at the Atlanta airport. She really does.
She's definitely on somebody's bowling team.
And she goes cruising at the bowling alley too. I mean,
yeah.
I want to see her eat soup like with that with her acting range. I want to see like Nicotino eating soup. Did they steal that joke from Red Dwarf, the gazpacho soup joke?
They stole fucking everything in this.
Yeah.
They stole
But the thing is,
everything.
that would mean
Everything.
they had to watch Red Dwarf, and I can't believe they would. So my question would then be, did the AI get the Red Dwarf script thrown in? Because there's a Red Dwarf ripoff joke in here.
There's an everything ripoff joke. They throw in Ender's Game.
joke.
They throw in
Yeah.
Harry. Every
And Bender's
scene is
Game.
like a silly scene from Harry Potter. Like, you know how Harry Potter had serious scenes and then they had some silly scenes with the kids. They're like, let's just take the silly Harry Potter stuff and make it every fucking scene.
Alex Kurtzman's just a one-note writer who used to
Yeah.
do 1.2 note, like 1.5 notes with like 3 co-writers. All of them have like poor Roberto Orci died of embarrassment. R.I.P. to him. No shade. He was able to like make better Kurtzman track, which must have been an effort. The poor man. Akiva Goldsman couldn't take it anymore. You don't see him around making excuses anymore. And even like Manny Koto, who's had his name on Star Trek stuff from Next Generation all through Deep Space Nine and Enterprise, he like is not even in like the group of people collaborating. Although you would be forgiven for getting the producer count wrong because Kurtzman and everyone else hides their name under the skip intro tab. They hide their names under the skip intro tab when you watch this show, so that you can't count producers. They were watching our show and they're like, they're embarrassing us with the producer count. We have to hide the producers. It's like,
right.
Well, people skip the intro anyway. Hide them under the skip intro name. And the only way I know, I can't match up the names. I have to go on IMDb. But the only way I can count is I see like the producer names like undulate when they change under the screen. I'm like, okay, that's another one. Ooh, that's 2, because you can tell it's stacked. And then like it moves to the other side of the screen and it goes like much slower to try to make it look like there's a normal number of producers. But we got to 23 in episode 2.
Nice.
And we leave episode 1's. We leave Robert Picardo behind, which was a nice break. I didn't miss Robert Picardo one bit. He has sucked in this show, cavorting around like Bela Lugosi on Angel Dust in Plan 9 from Outer Space. This is Plan 8 from Outer Space. This is the one they rejected. It's like, this is so fucking stupid. No way. It's like, okay,
Speaking
well,
of
raise the
rejects.
dead. Okay, that's the way to do it.
Speaking of rejects, the next throwaway line written in present day is the little chick talking to main character saying, "Don't hook up with anyone for 6 months. That's like how you find out who is totally psycho."
That's true. That, by the way, that's the only decent advice they gave you, although 6 months might be a little long. But what I've always, it's an extension of something that is true. When you're in a new group dynamic situation, don't be the first fucking person to talk and don't say hello to anybody. Let someone else be that person. Just, you don't want to do it. Even I, who am a loquacious person, in the first group situation, meeting, group dynamic, I am like, you might almost describe it as low energy, Sean. Get the Admiral on the old charger there. Get him up to 2 bars. And you know what? It's 2 or 3 times that I've had the discipline, because this is something that came with wisdom. I started listening to my dad. It's like, maybe the cop was right about how to read people. So like once I finally started listening to him, the people I met in the group dynamic since I accepted that one, it has held true like 85% of the time. Nothing's always true, but like 85% of the time, there's been like maybe 10 situations and maybe like one time the person who like was the first overly like friendly person was only kind of an asshole. They were a fixer-upper friend. You could work with them. It's like, if you don't call me too late at night and stop acting crazy, they were that kind of friend. Like they took the instruction well enough. Like 8.5 times out of 10, it failed though.
And you know what? That philosophy does keep one from talking to oneself. Because you're just always waiting for someone else to say something.
Just don't cope by going on X and saying everything that comes to mind or replying over and over one
in
word.
single word replies, especially.
False.
You know what, JT? Retard.
Oh, you got me. You got me.
Yahtzee.
So the next stupid line, there are many, but we're going to keep, I guess, as long as we can. The 2 main character and evil British white man find out that they are roommates now, and they both look at each other at the same time, and they both say, "Oh hell no," and I'm like, really? That's how we're gonna talk? But
they appropriated.
Yeah. That's exactly how they
line
said
of the
it.
episode was when Captain Holly Hunter said to Gina Yashida. Number one thing, she said that 2 or 3 times in the episode. I think it was a trope. The one time she just goes schism scasms. I swear to God. I was like, what the fuck?
These two betas can't even try to make it work for a day, or file the proper channels and do the paperwork to find a different roommate. Exactly, the dead man.
From you, man. Your meme is now mine. All your memes now are mine.
Yeah,
now are us.
Wait, what happened?
The dead man got us here. All his memes now are us. We're stealing this one.
So it was.
Can you imagine on Black Friday can you imagine when we get to Black Friday we misidentified that as an African American holiday and put Martin Luther King in a samurai sword? give him like a fucking like samurai outfit or a ninja outfit.
Yeah.
We'll run with this one, guys.
They beta out in 2 seconds and they go right to the marshal and they say, and main character says, "Who has a banana allergy?" And then evil white man says, "Yes, Dick, it's a thing."
Now, it has always been implied to a level, I believe, that there is a Federation military that has nothing to do with Starfleet Academy. And you would think the War College would be that. But the War College is just dick finishing school. Just it's as disorganized as Betazoid, as Beta Z. And the only thing that's admirable about the people from the War College is, one, they love war, and two, they absolutely hate the people from Starfleet Academy, just like I do. So, I am a little bit for the War College people in the sense that they say the things to the people in Starfleet Academy that I would say, you're a douchebag, and fuck you. You're a Nepo hire, and all the other stuff, which comes up in episode 3. And we get a reference to fucking with my family shit.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get Mary Wiseman in the next episode. I think she's coming next, right?
Yeah. The next stupid line is by our lovely lady on the left here. They, them, Hadar says to the chancellor about one of the students, he needs his ass kicked. Now, when Picard and Riker talked about the lower decks ensigns, I could totally tell that. Or when Riker and Troy were talking, I'm sure Riker turned to Deanna and said, "Deanna, he needs his ass kicked." Oh wait, no, that never fucking happened because that was Star Trek, isn't?
Yeah, you know what? The last time I saw Riker, he wasn't even willing to go. And let me tell you, everyone here would do this. He wasn't even willing to go and tell Data, "You need to make a cybernetic implant for my son. Fuck the law." Because that's what the Riker I remember would have done. Riker I remember, and if Data wouldn't have done it, he would have held him at fucking phaser point, and Deanna would have been like, "We'll fucking smoke your ass if you don't do this for us. Fuck you, fucking puppet boy. We'll do anything to save our child's life." The Riker and Deanna I knew from TNG never let their kid die out of respect for Picard.
Right.
They would have said, "Fuck you, Captain Sir."
Next line, throwaway line. I'm trying to move through them because there's so fucking many. The Chancellor says, "Oh, activism. Love it." Next line from the Chancellor. She is being ripped to shreds by Commander Kelrick, who also has 4 stars on his shoulder, but that, I guess, is only a commander. Chastises her for not wearing shoes out in public, in a public place, when she is supposed to be setting an example for all the other cadets and is clearly out of uniform. The Karens, both Admiral Oldman and Commander Kelrick, and says, "Sometimes I need to let the little piggies out to pasture." You know what I mean?
And this is the most soy loser fucking military commander. You want a fucking War Academy fucking guy? I get someone like George C. Scott. Give me fucking, Campbell Scott's still alive. Bring in Campbell Scott. It's George C. Scott's son. He's pretty woke. He can at least give a commanding performance. I've seen him be good. It was a long time ago that I saw him be good in singles, but bring in Campbell. Anyone. Bring in anyone. This commander of the War College could be, if we recast, Mr. fucking Whipple, if you know who that is.
Is that the sergeant or the
No,
teacher?
that's
from,
Don't Squeeze the Charmin guy.
That's the
I met him once. I met him as a kid. I met Mr.
Did
Whipple.
you?
Yeah, my dad had to drop something off at his house, so we went there.
Was
I
he
want
cool,
the
or was he
gentleman
like, I
that
get a
was-
lot of shit at this job?
It was probably drugs.
The
I don't know.
teacher in Starship
I hope
Troopers.
so.
The teacher in
If you had to
Starship
be
Troopers.
Mr. Whipple,
That's
Crim
who they
on,
need.
Crim on. Thank you, Crimwon. You know what? Crimwon deserves some media. Let's see what do we have from Crimwon. No, that's not good enough.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
I think someone has something to say about that.
Sir, we have to send for Albert Einstein.
Sir, he's very busy. Sir, that was so controversial. Sir.
Sir, you can't say that. It's too controversial. All right. Thank you very much, Crimon.
They have a big, beautiful wall around the planet, but then they have a throwaway line that says they can't even communicate through the wall. So how do they know that the younger generation says that they want to rejoin the Federation if you can't even communicate behind the big, beautiful
Well, the wall
Yeah,
cuts
why
you
are
off
there
from
betazoids
everyone
in-
else, don't you see?
Why are there betazoids in the War College if Betazoid can't communicate and can't open up their wall because they're under constant attack from like the Taliban or whatever the fuck? Oh, these guys would love the Taliban, but whatever the fuck they call their bad guys. The Lao the fucking Chateau Lao. I don't know what the fuck. This show is so horrible. And if you're over on the Rumble side, give us some Rumble reactions too. I mean, we love you guys too. What can I tell you? It's a crazy, messed up world, and it's a crazy, messed up final frontier. And this is not the final frontier that my father liked to hang out on with me. My father would hate this final frontier. I think a couple of these people would get the free jewelry and be investigated about why before they're allowed to be around children before my father let them work at a school in the final frontier. He had the power to do that investigation and probably would have. I don't trust these people around the fucking students. I mean, we're supposed to trust them because they're in a relationship. So they be fucking. We find that out in the relationship.
You're not allowed to be in a relationship in the same chain of command, by the way. They had like any military. Any
that is in
police
both
department.
Kurtzman treks now, too.
Yeah. So now we get to the stupid scene with Sig Notaro here acting as herself.
Nicotino.
Yeah. Sig Nicotino. Okay. And she says, the shortest distance between 2 points is not a straight line. The laws of physics hate me because I should not be here. What?
That is true.
level
I don't
of
know how she got there
stupidity-
from where Discovery is.
Well, but the shortest distance
unexplained, by
between
the
2
way.
points is not a straight line. Not explained. Goes to a totally unrelated sentence number 2. The laws of physics hate me because I should not be here.
And it was so stupid, she couldn't even do this. She couldn't even do the laws of physics hate me because I shouldn't even be here. Yeah, I mean, they couldn't even be bought. It's like the budget didn't a piece of paper.
Right. So then
What do you mean a piece of paper? We don't have scripts here. Read it off your fucking phone. No second take.
so then her overhead projector breaks and she says, give me a few minutes to fix this. And
Now,
while
as
that's
this is happening,
happening,
if you watch the group, you can see people looking around to their background director. They're all looking in the same direction for their direction, and they're doing it a lot.
right.
Like working acting dogs. Like
They had no rehearsal in their principles. It's just like, go. And it's like, but these aren't even printed on paper. It's like, it's pumpkin paper. It's reconsumable. It's like, this is just a bag from the supermarket. Fuck you. Go read it. It's like, but it's written in crayon. Just go read it.
So main character just starts typing furiously on his knockoff worse than an iPad and starts to do something productive. And that is too hard or one step too far for Teag Notaro to accept. She goes overly aggro on main character for no fucking reason whatsoever. It was almost like he got in a fight and called up the Galactic U-Haul and found out that her reservation was canceled. I mean, that is the level of rage that she just goes into main character for no reason on. It just escalates the situation. All she had to say was, don't be on your iPad when I'm in class, or I fixed it. Let's move on. Instead, she takes it personally that a student is doing something productive with their time. And so then he's like, oh, well, this bitch is coming at me for no good reason. I'm going to cop an attitude back because that's what she did to me. So he says, after she assumes that he is bored with the class and all this dumb shit, main character rightfully just gets under her skin.
Yeah.
So
I didn't like Colonel Ty Nicotero here.
He says, there's nothing you can teach me that I don't already know about temporal mechanics. As a 20-year-old who spent most of his life in juvenile or adult corrections.
Because where I come from, we have a quantum discriminator in every jail cell.
So then Tien goes back again and says in this class, being a cadet in Starfleet means being open to those around you. Whatever the hell that means. I don't know. Does anybody else know? You figure it out.
No, but I do. Well, first of all, we do have another super chat here from the Dead Man.
Oh my gosh, my friend, thank you so much. Let me queue up the incoming super chat. Sonar, since this is new Trek.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
I want to thank the Dead Man for a very generous $4.99 Greenlandian greenbacks. To be fair, the Betazoid girl did come off as a normal person who didn't sound like a retard. When she was talking at the aquarium, she was pretty retard.
Yes.
But the thing is, it was almost like Caleb said, you know what, I'm the idiot on this show. And he just cranked it up to 11 and was just so much stupider than you could ever imagine. I mean, just offensively idiotic that he might have out-moroned everybody and just really made it like we are talking like, is he Spanish? If he is, as a fellow Latino, I hereby dub him Ricky Retardo. Okay. Idiot.
Yeah. So the next point in my stupidity lines list here, we bring in this interaction of the actress that comes in as Zoe Steiner, a solid 3.5 out of 10 chick that they bring in to go in with a guy
it's
that
okay
has
when Steiner's relief column gets here, we'll break out of Berlin and win the war.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to share my formula for that with Radioactive and have him proof it for the way I calculate the hotness.
Oh yes.
Folks, Kremlin has a system that's very similar. It's the hot versus crazy matrix. The Goldilocks zone is like below 7 crazy and above a 5 hot. You can survive. It's the survival zone.
Well, mine is
hot, and below a 2 crazy is a unicorn. Please capture it so we can study it.
Well, mine was Radioactive still here. Yeah, he is. Okay, so here's my. So I'm going to type it in the chat. So it's hotness actual equals actual hotness minus the. Man, my computer's all slow. Hotness actual equals actual hotness minus perceived hotness of the girl minus the actual hotness. So basically, what it is, if you say a girl,
mom, it doesn't hurt the calculus either.
Well, yeah, but here it is. If you rate a girl's hotness of a 7, and she perceives herself as a 10, she's overestimated by 3. So you got to take those 3 off of yours. So she's now a 4. I wrote the formula out. It makes sense. But you get points deducted.
Who would want to do say 9 maintenance on a 6? You know what I mean?
Well, I guess to be fair, main character has been in prison for most of his life, so Maybe he's just not that picky. Who knows?
I just don't think he's been the one sticking it to people till now. I mean, he got all jacked and built for like an environment where he's with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Well, going off of the end of that second episode, that's exactly what he's going to be doing his time in the academy.
Yeah. We're only 20 minutes in, folks, but the next 40 minutes of this can be condensed into 20. Why? I counted up the runtime of the stupid romantic scenes between new girl and main character, and it's 20 minutes. So at no point am I going to quote any of that. At no point are we going to talk about it because there's no point to talk about it. Have you ever seen a teen romance back and forth between a boy and a girl on a show, even though these are both actors and actresses in their 20s? Just know that none of that matters. None of it matters.
1/3 of the way through this show, we think we've seen about 1 day worth of filming from Robert Picardo. Let's face it.
Yeah. There's
cavorting around. The Colbert voice is omnipresent, and especially considering it was an afterthought, we know it was just thrown in there later. They view that as like awesome ASMR to extend scenes and to show us the enjoyment and fun of the immersive James C. Kirk Pavilion, where food will be served. It's like, is that a crack at Shatner? Because like right now, I'm like they have made me like them in the sense that I'm ready.
Matter. Nobody cares.
Now, see, at my pavilion,
he's going to eat his cereal at the stoplight and fucking tell them that I want command of Starfleet Academy. Yeah. I think that, you know what, Pete Hegseth should put Trump in command of Starfleet Academy. Think what you will about this administration. They want the right people in charge of Star Trek, okay?
He's in charge of the War College. That's why they're actually competent and the Academy isn't. But, Stephen
in this
Colbert,
one, the War College is more like the filthy whore college. It's a bunch of women.
Yeah, the Stephen Colbert PA says that they
and
now
not
have
even tough ones like Dizzy,
folks,
or hot ones like fucking Carbon.
They opened up a Starbucks. That in Stephen Colbert now it says that they serve complimentary coffee. Oh, how benevolent of them! How benevolent to them!
Everything was already
do you guys? I want to ask you guys this real quick. So when that Stephen Colbert thing comes out, doesn't it seem like it's freaking an actual interpretation of Demolition Man? Like the way everything's happy.
Yes.
And it's too loud.
Yeah,
I do exactly what you meant. It's like if there is a DJ on the Mini Tunes radio station and the way they act when they're listening to, like the way that their default outlook, everyone except the guy who owns all the Taco Bells in the world, their default outlook, Benjamin Bratt and Sandra Bullock, is absolutely the way that Stephen Colbert is handling it. It's like, he's on crack and like booze. And by the way, like Stephen Colbert's creds as a Star Trek fan are forever destroyed. And like, I don't want to. I would like to get a special edition of The Hobbit where we cut him out of the only Hobbit movie I'll bother watching. That first one sucks.
Yeah.
But before we end this, I want to make sure we all get a chance to say what was the most infuriating part of this episode, because I've got mine.
That exists.
Maybe.
Let's talk about weaponizing ecological laws to fuck people up and make them homeless. I don't know.
There is a section here, though, where Picardo and a professional female vocalist perform a duet, an opera duet, at the formal dinner. And I knew what it was immediately. It was Mozart's The Magic Flute, or Die Zauberflöte. And they sing a number from that. I've seen the opera in person.
Nerd.
Look, I'm not going to criticize that guy, but I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Does not belong in this show. And by the way, this one has a Latin title, which is always a sign of an extra stupid episode.
Yes. However, I did want to say Robert Picardo had a wonderful voice in Voyager. However, he's old now. He has an old singer's voice. It just happens with age. He cannot sing on the same level as the professional female vocalist that sings with him. And it's very apparent, and it really doesn't help Robert Picardo here. It sounds terrible because they did not match
okay with it.
People together. I'm telling you,
they had to promise it to him to get him on the show. But why?
Yeah, I'm like, the guy, he earned it. He earned the ability to
He
do
earned
that.
it, but where is his sense of taste? Like, I can also sing.
Well, agreed.
I can
Yeah,
also
agreed.
play
Yeah.
the guitar. I would be like, what did they give him one take too? Because it was awful, like you said. They didn't send him to a studio and have him record his lines. And by the way, in this show, the sound mixing is absolutely fucking putrid. It is putrid. And when we see their in-world recruitment poster, my video essays are much better edited. And by the way, when you watch Disparu do this show, when he does his video essays, he has managed to make it easier to watch because he uses almost 100% of the episode. Here's the thing. His transitions are smoother.
Sean, one of the
He
things
smooths out the jaunty and fucking herky-jerky experience of it. He should be their editor.
There's two things about that Picardo performance. One, he's not singing with her. He's in a different space that has less. It's not cavernous. It's not an opera hall. Two, he has no vibrato in his voice, and she does. So he sounds completely flat, while she sounds well lifted and in tune. It's almost like they had her as a recording, and they try to have him sing along with it in headphones. It's absolutely
And it feels
terrible.
like Fifth Element.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say it is like that's what happened.
I know we have a whole nother episode here to move through. I'm almost done. I did want to bring up, because I had a clip that I think the audience will enjoy. There is a scene where the girl who dresses totally inappropriately for this event goes up and is giving me like weird looks. She just
You okay, Teag?
Across the room.
Oh, I thought I muted. I was to get through Star Trek Academy, sometimes I use my vaporizer.
Oh, okay.
So I turn the camera off.
At a certain point, the girl gives the boy what's known as an ahigal face, which is something that's in anime and hentai. Now, what that is it's a Japanese anime / manga facial expression depicting extreme pleasure or orgasm, characterized by rolled back eyes, a flushed face, and a tongue sticking out. Sometimes with
And the
drool or
tongue
sweat.
puckered. The tongue is kind of puckered up and rolling up.
Yeah,
There's something going on with the tongue too. It's like opened into an oyster shell shape. It looks like the most inviting tongue for your penne.
It is meant to.
It's like it's a penne receptacle. It looks like a penne tray.
It's meant to signify a female orgasmic situation, and why you would do this in public and on screen is totally inappropriate. And totally just stupid. I can't believe the actress agreed to do that.
Probably had no idea what the hell it was.
So so to Sean or Admiral here, here's what happens when you stick your tongue out. Okay, and I will try to I'll try to break it up here. So you have main character. Now what he does. He shoots himself with
Cut their music out. Fuck their music. Mute it till Gene talks.
Yeah. So he makes a hand motion like he shot himself with a gun, not a phaser. And then there he is showing the brain matter exiting out of the side of his face, out of the side of his head.
I thought he was doing a noose. I thought he was doing
no.
Two different kinds of self-deletion.
There you go.
Yeah, like it's like Captain Terrell. He had Captain Terrell had class. He used a phaser, but this guy, he's gonna use a firearm like JD Vance did.
Yep.
In Strange New Worlds.
Yep. So then there you go, folks. That's her response. This is your Star Trek, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now this I think the chat probably knows who this gentleman is. This is what he has to say about this episode of Star Trek.
Once you begin sticking your tongue out, literally or figuratively, at people, your brain goes too. And you end up with a show that is crap.
One more time?
Mm-hmm.
Can I play them all together, or do I have to pause him?
Pause them a little just so we can avoid it.
Okay, we'll do that.
Begin sticking your tongue out, literally or figuratively, at people. well, your brain goes too. And you end up with a show that is crap.
Okay. There you go. There you
So
go.
say
folks.
we all.
So say we all.
all. Gene was never so right as this particular day.
But once you stick your tongue literally or figuratively out at people, you lose your head and the show turns to crap. Thank you, Gene Roddenberry. The great one. You could not make this shit up.
It's so stupid. It is beyond stupid.
To end
In
this,
an episode or so, there's going to be a scene where there's a giant pile of crap that you can cut right in there.
to end the last stupid line on this, because there's so many other levels of stupid, folks.
By the way, there's someone here who wants to. There's someone here who wants to chime in on the way they negotiated with the Betazoids. I'll bring him in for a moment. He had something to say about the Federation. Let's hear what he had to say. Okay, well that's. Oops, sorry. Here he is.
A nuclear submarine. Sir, would like to hire about 5,000 or 6,000 more judges. Oh, sir. Don't mention the light bulb. Sir, this is my son. I'm so proud of him. Sir, he disappeared. I don't know what happened. Sir, we've decided not to move the United States, okay? Sir.
That was the one I wanted. Sir, we decided not to move the United States, okay? We have a staple the supercut of Trump saying, sir.
To end this level of stupidity, because we have an even worse episode coming up on behind it, the episode ends with Beta Z joining the Federation Council moving to Beta Z. Why? We don't. Stupidest negotiation ever. But the son and daughter of the leader of the planet both just joined Starfleet, just like that. Like they have nothing better to do. They get in. After the fact that he criticizes the marshal, by the way, for letting in a convict without taking any tests.
And again, this marshal has not got enough toughness to run Mr. Hooper's fucking store from Sesame Street. Like, this guy cannot run the school at Sesame Street. He does not have the authority. Like Big Bird would say "fuck you" to this guy. Like, I don't even know if Gordon would be right back to jail if Gordon ever ran into this motherfucker. He'd be like, "What the fuck you saying to me, you piece of shit?"
My gosh. Oh, my word.
Over here, Blanco. I got a couple of words for you. This guy would not survive walking through my fucking neighborhood. I would kick this guy's ass. This is your war college commander.
She brings in a guy who's not qualified. The Beta Z negotiator bitches. Then after they get in, he puts both of his kids in the exact same method. Okay. So now
that would happen even today, but yeah.
Now you have three dudes. Now you have three dudes that all have taken their shirts off and who are ripped, just so fat women can watch this show as a romance novel and get excited about it. That's why it's being done. That's the only reason it's being done for. They start making.
Yeah, I heard there's a new genre now. It's called romantasy,
or something lit that has a C in front of it. Something lit.
Romantasy. Get the fuck out of like some PR person made that one up. It's like we need an excuse of why all this stuff sucks.
It's trashy romance.
Smells of feminist. It's fucking. You called it. You called it clit lit, and that's what it is.
Yep. Exactly. That's all it is. That's a genre, and that's all this is. So then all three of them are done listening to their Jordan Peterson podcast, and main character starts to make his bed. So then the new guy, the D-bag from Beta Z, is
her make your bed speech was so much less inspired. She's like,
yeah,
Daffy Duck. That's her new name.
The Beta Z guy says, "Bro's making beds, cool, bro." And I'm like, oh. And then it cuts
the
to black.
glide from earlier in the episode.
It cuts to black, and they went in and post
because you can't kill a hologram, right? She was the only one to fuck up the experiment.
Screen cuts to black, and Beta Z guy says, "We should totally make a fort."
Because they're going to totally pull a train.
Yep.
They're Bagginses, but, change the words a lot.
Roddenberry, your show.
They're bundles
crap.
They're bundles of wood that would make a good bonfire.
Yes. So that's all I have to say about episode 2 from going through the in-depth on this, Admiral. I could not do this for episode 3. I fell asleep or got rage quit 2 different times. So it took 3 attempts to finish episode 3. I could not watch it again and do this level of in-depth. It would be too difficult. I'd rather spend time on Rurapente. And that's not a joke. I live in Rurapente right now. It's like -4 outside with snow. You don't need where I am. You don't need fences and walls. There's no security gates, no transporter barriers. I'm not leaving my room. Okay, I live in Rurapente. I'd rather go outside right now than have to watch episode 3 again with no shoes and no jacket for 15 minutes.
Calamitously bad. Episode 3. People were joking around. There was a movie on another channel for Free Jack, and I'm like, Free Jack was like the going to the Met or going to ballet or like maybe it wasn't for me, but it was like art compared to this, man. Holy shit, was just so much worse than like a bad movie like Free Jack.
All right, I would like to talk about what pissed you guys off the most.
Episode 3?
No, episode 2.
Episode 2.
Anything about that just got you?
Sign language from a fucking telepath. And the nepotism at the end.
For me, it was one line from Admiral Daffy or Captain Daffy or whatever her name, and it was this. She's talking to the cadets, and she's like, "Please be courteous to your fellow cadets and be on time." And she's like begging them to be on time for class. And what she should have fucking said is like, this is the goddamn military. And if you're not on fucking time for your shift when you're supposed to be, people can fucking die. And you'd better be where you need to fucking be, or you are going to be responsible for people losing their lives. And instead she's like pleading with them, be courteous and be nice and don't be disruptive. Kind of like fuck you. You have to be at your duty station when you're supposed to be at your fucking duty station.
Amen.
That pissed me off. That pissed me off so fucking much.
Any cadet 1 second late to class. Yeah, 1 second late to class is AWOL, and we'll spend 24 hours. in the brig.
Yeah, you walk in late to class and you point at them and you go, "You just killed 30 people. 30 people are now dead because you weren't where you're supposed to be."
That's not an argument they understand.
No.
Yeah, they don't care about
Kurtzman or in character. Yeah, they're so self-deluded and self-centered.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't even register if people stop showing up.
Yeah, and I think Radioactive would back me up on this one. I think Radioactive would back me up. That was the most insulting thing I think I'd seen in all of Star Trek. And I know it's very subtle and very simple, but it really fucking pissed me off.
Well, this show has maintained a high simmer, and it's ready to boil over at any time because it's so infuriating. And it's on the backs of other terrible productions from this guy that we hate. And they're doing callbacks to this stuff that we've covered. And we're like, oh, they're proud of that. So it's just a cringe fest. And like the only good thing about episode 1 was one of them died. He used his powers when we couldn't see him and turned into a thing that went outside and lived until it died. The way which is true for most things. They live until they die. Things that are alive in the first place. They live. They are but poor players on this stage for a time. And then they, shuffle off this mortal coil. Not on Star Trek Discovery. And I said this to someone else on X today. We could look at this writer's room as a legally mandated social experiment in a lack of accountability. And just gaslighting yourself and smelling your own farts for 9 years now. When does shame kick in?
It's been more like 15. 9 years. No,
it's been set. How long have we had
success? But they didn't try for.
Well, 2009. It's almost 17 years. I do want to clarify something. So, going back to my gripe about being on time, I do recognize there was an episode of Next Generation where Wesley was late and Riker kind of pointed it at him, and he's like, "You're fucking late." He should have reamed. Yeah, but he should have reamed his ass there too. That's where you teach the young man, is like, you be on fucking time for your shift, especially on the bridge.
Yeah, I agree. Although, let's remember, it was a mentorship program, not.
I know, but I'm just saying that to acknowledge. I'm just saying that to acknowledge. I'm not picking just on this show. I recognize that they missed an opportunity. On TNG. So Sean, I'm just saying I realize that.
Going around the horn here, just to stay on track a little bit, the thing that angered me the most was the total lack of discipline that we've already been touching on.
Oh yeah.
But specifically the two cadets entering into the office of, or whatever, I don't know, it's got a fireplace. What military room is that kind of a fireplace just going in the lounge chairs?
West Point, but this was a starship like yesterday. This was a starship that landed yesterday.
So then it would have a huge galley.
Casually. Yeah, they talk super casually. They disrespect both the marshal and the commandant or student commander or whatever they're calling her. Disrespect both of them. Then evil white man leaves the room, and so you're left with main character. He turns his back to the marshal while she's talking to him and starts walking to another part of the room, and then hangs like a monkey from a light fixture while they're talking. And then the commandant says, yes, marshal, like trying to get him to fix his talk. I'm like, where are these 300 push-ups? Where is this discipline that you need to put into these asshole cadets? It's nowhere. They are so. And I don't know that you throw 300
push-ups at any time because they're shot. Like, what do you do next?
Well,
there's a theme here. I think we're fine. There's a pattern.
You could do alternate things if you've done too many push-ups. There's other.
And she's not Rex Ryan, by the way. This is not the New York Jets. You're not going to be a big, fat, out of shape fucking gym teacher screaming at me to do militaristic things and have any credibility. Look at Full Metal Jacket. The Sarge was running with them. David Jones, hey, Kimberly, he's a member for 3 months. Thank you, Admiral. I love being part of the channel. We love that you're here, and thank you for hanging out. We're so glad that you're a member, and keep coming back. Thank you. We love you, Kimberly.
The no shoes was the other part of the lack of discipline. This is supposed to be the marshal.
No shoes start in episode 3. Yeah,
she should have her hair actually to military regulation, not like she is going to go get it done at the day spa every other day. This woman cannot dress in a uniform to save her life.
I wanted to spend time at the Jellicoe disciplinary barracks, to be honest.
Oh, the no shoes. The no shoes. That Commander Kilrick, or however his name was pronounced, from the War College, I'm like, you know what? I would shut down this Starfleet Academy and start the fuck over again in a year. They obviously failed. Pull the plug now. Let the students that are there have the chance to cry out for the War College and shut it down. Like one of those fake schools that steals your student tuition. Then the government comes in and gets rid of you, takes your accreditation. This academy should lose its accreditation right now, and it starts from the very top by the person who is supposed to be a longtime officer, a captain who knows that she should be setting an example and doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. This reminds me of when Patton showed up in North Africa and he gets to that army base in the first scene, that outpost where you get to see Patton interacting with the rest of the Army Corps on station, and all of the officers start showing up out of uniform. They show up 5 minutes before the end of breakfast. Don't know how to salute, aren't saying sir.
Yeah,
got
you know
people
what?
You know what a better
everywhere.
example of that is? What you're saying? The movie 12 O'Clock High.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And you know,
Gregory Peck goes
you know what
into that
happens?
air base and just turns them all around.
Right. And
Patton.
you know what happens on all of, Patton.
When he goes in,
whatever you want to call it.
not a bordello.
Exactly. And you know what happens? They either get the shit kicked out of them on the
mess is now
base.
closed.
They either
From
all
now
die
on,
in
you open up at
combat.
6 a.m. and close at 6:45.
They either all die in combat or they get the shit kicked out of them. They shape up. You know, this should have been a moment where you take the girl that ate her comm badge and you get the they them Hadar and get her out in front here when they're trying to do PT and have her eat a space donut while watching everybody else do push-ups. This is the type of shit that you need in this academy of 24-ply soft cadets. And I will not apologize for saying that this academy should lose its accreditation. It should go away. If we're staying in universe and not just canceling this show, it is the sorriest excuse for an educational institution I have ever seen in my life. And with War College is the only thing keeping this federation together. You need to fart around with this academy for 10 years before you have any chance at handing responsibility off.
You need to close the academy down right now. Expel all cadets permanently. Ban them forever serving the Federation as officers. If they want to go to the War College, maybe if they can hack it. You need to fire the chancellor. You need to rethink your form of government. Maybe it was better when the Federation was broken up. This is not working out like right away hard. Yeah, they should not only lose their accreditation, but I say we execute one cadet, one teacher, and add Commodore Captain Aki just to send a message to the next person who wants to try this job. Fuck these people.
The only halfway one here is the they them Hadar. The only halfway competent person there in the whole academy is her.
Yeah.
And she's a walking contradiction because she's yelling at people to do different like physical feats that she would never be able to pull off. And also as a they them Hadar with blood. And it's like white chalky stuff when, like, you know, we all know that they, them, Hadar have no blood. And
if they do, it would be red or Pepto-Bismol because she's half Klingon. She's half Klingon.
She's had a couple of meltdowns, and she's going to need her comfort food in the next episode. The next episode's about team sports and getting Letterman jackets in Starfleet Academy. You're going to love it.
Well, her own blood is the only white stuff she'll ever have on her.
It's like those old commercials.
I did want to say, I think
Charles Barkley,
Kremlin's,
no flaky white stuff.
The part of this episode that Kremlin enjoyed the most was when main character came back into the room with all that white crusty mucus all over the front of his uniform. Drenched from head to toe.
They probably did enjoy that. And I was sad that the creature breached its containment field and didn't kill him. That was how I felt about the show. I wanted him dead. All right, so let's try to speed through episode 3 because it was a nothing.
Are we going to bother grading it?
Well, Jerm needs to give the part that pissed him off the most.
Oh yeah.
Just the inconsistencies with like there being a fence in a place with force fields. They didn't really need a security fence. The Betazoids not being telepaths. That part really stuck to me. They're not actually telepaths. They're empaths. So, did they think Diana Troy was the perfect example of a Beta Z? They wrote this goddamn thing. Yeah, the AI did.
The AI did. It's that point that you bring up. It was when I was saying Rafi or whatever his name was. That was the guy that was deaf with the hand sign stuff that had the relationship with Troy.
Ravi or something?
Yeah. That's
sorry, no, Riva.
That's who the AI Riva, thank you. That's who the AI thinks.
I am the heart of Riva.
I totally
when they killed Riva's chorus, I was so happy. Did anyone else cheer when they killed Riva's chorus? I was like, fuck those people. I was like, the chick was kind of hot, too bad, but everyone else, fuck them.
Yeah, I'm there with you 100%, Germ. That inconsistency.
I mean,
nothing to the show.
The Betazoids are slightly telepathic because they can communicate with each other with words. We've seen that, but it's limited. They can't mind meld. They can't dive deep. It's all feelings, but they can talk to each other. But I don't think that's like limited telepathy. I mean, for sure, at least this guy could communicate his words to these folks.
The deal is you kind of have to know the other person's router code. Like Deanna and Loxwana.
Like you have to be open to it.
Yeah, they've done a few Betazoid rituals together. God knows that Loxwana was the one teaching her with that crusty old cup that she has as a title of power and like the 3 rusty rings. But the thing is,
the Nuva ring, the Nuva ring of
the IUD that your father gave me that before you were born that didn't work. But yeah, like like whatever Betazoid mysticism or telepathy, like.
Because Troy taught Riker to hear her words. Yeah, I mean, Troy.
The Anzani ceremony.
Yeah.
That's why Tom Riker is the most miserable bastard on the Final Frontier.
Yeah.
He's got Deanna Troy stuck in his head forever.
Oksana talked with other telepathic species, though. They have clear, defined telepathic ability that goes just beyond them.
Betazoids are set. Deanna's father was a human.
True.
Right.
Yeah, the Betazoids are all very, very open and primarily telepathic.
Oh, you go around giving your router code out left and right, willy-nilly, the way we say hello, but like they had to have developed language at some point to be able to like express themselves. Like their telepathy was not useful till they developed language. Seems to be like contingent on the way it seems in TNG. It's like you're not going to be able to get across. Like I guess you could get across only emotions. And then when they had a language, they found that they could transmit that too.
Admiral, we're bogging ourselves down on the minutia here. They got the basics wrong.
It's an opportunity to talk about real Star Trek.
Basics wrong.
True.
We're talking about like what scenarios and this, that, and the other. Yeah. We need Gene back up there.
Yeah, but the thing is, the writers should have been having these conversations in the writing room. The ones we're having. They should have had those conversations, but none of them know Trek enough to have them.
Right, and Founders can't be read. Changelings can't be read either, but Deanna could read the one that came to her house that she had a multiple-day affair with. This space Yahtzee that she knew wasn't her husband because she can tell who he is before. Like, even if you look exactly like Riker, she will know you're not Riker.
She would know right away.
Ceremony. She can read his mind to a degree. They can communicate just a little bit. He can feel her feelings, even if he's not like the closer they get, the stronger it gets. But like, if he's like 3 quadrants away and someone like starts beating on Deanna, he's like, I got a real bad feeling, Captain. I don't know. I'm so uneasy. Like he might not be able to put his finger on it. If he's 2 quadrants away and someone's beating on him, though, she's like, Will's in trouble. The man doing it is wearing green. Like it's Admiral Teag. He's got Will.
He's got an Adidas jacket on. I get it.
Him and Tachyon Pulse have Will.
Were you out in the back of a bar just waiting for him to go out on break?
My name is not Teag R37. Going on. Hey! What's going on, Mark?
Mark.
Yes, it worked for me. It worked for me last night. I fell asleep in like 11 minutes the first attempt. It's
Mark,
so slow.
I fell asleep on attempt number 2 to finish watching episode 3. Yes,
it's
will
just
work.
Counterintuitive to watch this one before you go to sleep because it starts with a speech about making your bed and you'll be, unmaking it to go to sleep. But I would say like keep your phone in your hand to tweet out your frustration or like you have your wife there. You're going to be complaining to her a lot. Like you might have to watch this one alone, buddy. I don't know if anyone deserves to do it.
Right.
Or she may get woken up with like, what are you doing to me? I'm angry.
Do we even bother grading these episodes? I mean, they're all an F, right?
I think so.
There's at no point that this is not going to be an F.
In this one, honestly, I think what we should do is an F is the highest grade, and then we have like a reverse D, a reverse C.
Hey, Mark D is here.
B. Yes, hello, Mark D with a C. a great YouTuber. I think we should have like to me, this episode was like an inverted A. Like this was a reverse A. This like checked off every box, but it was a piece of garbage. And in episode 3, the moral of the story was environmental laws exist for you to fuck people over and make them homeless because they weaponized the stupidest thing ever. Like you thought the attack tribble was dumb. Now we have the empathy plant, and it just keeps repeating the last couple of things it hears over and over. Hence the empathy. So this thing is a protected species because it's so fragile. But when we throw the empathy seeds, which need to have empathy, and if you're aggressive around them, when we throw them in the war college, which is full of aggressive psychopathic women, they grow so fast and so out of control, like a Jack and the Beanstalk thing. It's pinning people against the wall. The fucking things look like Audrey too. The Starfleet people are pranking each other. The War College people like use the transporter to SA. The people from Starfleet Academy, and then so the Starfleet Academy people are like, we'll cut off the fire hydrants during a wild. I mean, we'll plant these endangered, stupid ass fucking beans in their stupid fucking like dorm. And why the War Academy and Starfleet Academy share a common campus in San Francisco is beyond me. Like, shouldn't the War College be in a place where people like war and guns, like Texas? Shouldn't Federation War Colony, War School,
or
maybe
Germany.
be on Kronos? Or Kronos? Like, just Space Kronos, Germany? Germany,
Maybe.
Space Kronos?
Maybe. I wanted to point out in that locker room scene, they allow the men to be down to towels and shirtless, while
And
the
the
women
women
are
are
wearing
well covered
fully
and-
covered up.
And when we see them appearing in their underwear, their underwear is like really actually pretty good bathing suits, and they appear mostly in water. And they do a big favor for the female fatty. They film her from above, and they have her blocked and obscured by a plant. It was like she was. I mean, I don't understand this woman. Anyway, this actor, I hate their method of acting. I hate everything they've been in. I'm sure hey, Mark
Admiral, yeah, I was just about to
you've now
say.
become one of us. You are now a captain in your in my fleet, Mark, and you have your own ship. Imagine all of you yourselves as captains in your own ships. And imagine, Mark, you can have any ship from any franchise you have except Blake 7, because that's the next thing that they're going to destroy. Anyone see that one?
I don't know if I believe it, but that angers me.
It makes me very angry.
Admiral, check the subspace if you can.
I will in 1 second. I just want to make sure that we have someone very special that I know we all love. Thank Mark for me. Let's have her. Here's lovely Linda Park.
Incoming transmission.
Welcome to Saving Star Trek, a show talking about one of my favorite shows, Enterprise. I am Linda Park. I play Hoshi Sato and also Empress Sato. So enjoy this show. I love that it's finding a whole new life on the streaming services. And you better hit that like button or Empress Sato will not be happy. I mean, she could make a storm happen, and she could really make your life hard. Anyways, enjoy the show, hit that like button, and thank you for being a fan of Enterprise.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think I answered all questions in the private chat.
Yeah.
Yes. Or as our friend would say, yup. It's a good that you're joining
What, the
us, my
Sesame
friend.
Street alien?
Yeah, no, I noticed Mark likes double affirmations. He'll say he likes to say yes twice.
Okay. I was thinking the Sesame Street
No, he's like 2/3 of the way to Matthew McConaughey. It's not a triple affirmation, but he'll do two. But Mark, thank you so much for joining us. I'm absolutely honored, and it was really great for you to have me on your show last week. I super appreciated that. got to rub elbows with Dad Man and some other people that I don't get to see as often, and just have a little bit of fun talking about some other stuff. We never got to Landman. I've got some theories about that. We thoroughly covered Academy, and there is a subspace in your X right now for you to look at if you have a few things to get off your chest about episode 3, and you can even circle back to episode 2 if that one had the bigger sin. Episode 2, the War College and the Starfleet Academy go to like have this rivalry, and Genesis, great name. Is that also the name of her device, her personal massager? Genesis Leith, the female, whatever she is, she looks like she's from the Orville. She looks like the chick from the Orville, the one that split, who had to be replaced, the super strong chick. She has that alien's look. She is for some reason she says to our knockoff version of Mr. Reed, our lovable asshole character, that she has to be the captain. She needs to be the captain. It's important for her to be captain. And she says it again to Caleb, like, I need all my players on the same team. I need to be the captain. And like the British guy's just like, oh, I'm going to be the fucking captain of this thing, and he doesn't care. Yeah, and what I thought showed that she would have made a great leader had she been captain is when she doesn't get to be captain, she storms off and won't be on the team. So she had all the leadership qualities. She knew how to be a real teammate. I mean, maybe you should learn to be a member of the team first. But did I say hi to Miss Katana? Hello, sir.
Admiral, there was a couple things about this opening scene being in the gym. They hired a bunch of actors and stuff to go pretend to run around and exercise. Half of them that they have running around don't know how to run properly.
They all run really like girls, hilarious. Except the girls who run like men.
Also, it's not a full-size gym. This is actually in like a community center or something. It's not in a real gym. The basketball courts are not regulation size. They're like 2/3 size basketball courts. So this facility is actually
their stupid ass game of laser tag in their own like Deep Space Nine mall, but like this is like the Deep Space 4 mall. Like it doesn't have enough. It's not even halfway there yet, and like it's still under construction. This fucking space mall sucks. It's got stairs. It's not like I said, it breaks Federation of Citizens with Disabilities Act. Well, and believe me, we leave people with their disabilities now. Like nobody wants to be like healed. Like Gene, what is with these people who don't want to see or walk or run or hear? Why, Gene? Why?
I am not a fucking asshole.
Yes, you are.
The steams.
You know what, Elliot, compared to these people, no, you are actually a captain material in this class of cadets.
The scenes are so lazily filmed as well in the gym that there's one scene here that I'm looking at that's from behind the they them Hadar out to the rest of the cadets, and you can see the community center that it's actually filmed in, and it's quite hilarious because like there's a modern day door. There's an electrical panel. There's the fire alarm. There's
I think you see a traditional like AC plug and a light switch.
You do.
Yeah,
all
it's
of that
normal wall
there. There's nothing futuristic about it.
27th century, ladies and gentlemen. I have a Google Assistant that I can say, to turn on lights and stuff like that, but they don't. Again, their tech level is below the level of the tech in this apartment.
Yeah.
Well, to be accurate, though, I mean, if we think back to when Wesley was in the academy, they had regular doors that people had to knock, and so. But I think that was for them to have the experience of like, hey, you don't get the benefits of technology here. There was a point to that,
It's traditional, like a traditional military. Military academies have analog doors.
Right.
Listen, let's talk about the Covert Star maneuver a little more. You were pretty eager. Okay, I'm in.
And in traditional California fashion, they have both men and women in the same locker room.
They have, because they have aliens too. I almost was like, in Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek, they probably had everybody restrooms too, but they would have had like specific facilities for hygiene. I mean, I don't get. I mean, how do you have a bunch of like? They're still teenagers. At least the human ones are going to be juiced up with hormones. This Starfleet Academy is like Starfleet senior year of
Well,
high
even
school.
even the
Everybody's at
doctor
all-
admitted that in episode 1.
Yeah, and thank God he's not in episode 3. But I mean, like, what do they think is going to happen with these people showering together?
Right.
Space herpes.
Or is the integrated showering to discourage sex? Because if you let like gender separated showering, there would be a lot more of it in this show. By the way, like later on when we find that these characters are lesbians, and their dresses start to look more and more like Black Widows to you, it's like, oh my God, they have like the Black Widow diamond on them. And in Star Trek Academy, if you have a terrible figure, you just paint one on your uniform that's better. It's what they're doing. It's like this looks like the kind of dresses that Mia Tyler, Liv Tyler's sister, the plus size model wears. Like that's like the kind of stuff like she models. I don't this terrible stuff.
They have this big thing where they like to also do everything to hide the females on this, but then show off the men. They beam the War College beams the men out of the locker room straight into
we see
random
them in
parts.
towels, and they lose their towels, and we see their asses. We see their asses. I'm pretty sure. Like this was a really hard to watch episode. Like 4 tries did not get me 100% of this episode. I kept walking out of the room. I kept finding.
I couldn't finish it. You guys.
It's I don't know what happened at the end. At the end, they told them that breaking the law, if it served your purposes, is good, and the admiral had helped them cheat. The captain had helped them cheat. Captain.
I kind of lost it when the hologram couldn't breathe underwater.
That was as retarded as when the hologram jumped inside the War College guy's body and stole his eye. That was this week's body horror.
Yeah.
But then we did it cute. It was but the eye fetish, it shows up again. If I ever meet Alex Kurtzman, sir, I challenge you to a fist fight, and I would love to punch him in the eye. We'll get someone to a referee.
Marcus of Queensberry.
Marcus Queensberry rule. No, fuck that. First of all, my referee, I want Mike Tyson to ref the fight. So if anyone gets out of hand, he just fucking have the last say. He's got knockdown power in that one. Or even Mr. Kurtzman.
You can just bite him.
Duel. I also challenge you to a spelling contest. You fucking hack.
So in rather than in this is why I say that the they them Hadar is the only competent person on the Starfleet side. Is that once this happens, she says we need to get those War College kids in and discipline anyone that tries to do these pranks on either side. They're going to get
then we had a Roe v. Wade analogy forced clumsily in.
They need to be disciplined immediately. This is a serious place. We don't have time for all these stupid pranks.
Well, and remember what she says. Remember what she says. If they can shenana once, they can shenan again.
And that was like something that Kirsten's mother said. It's like, it's not like, that is about as amusing as something that's like mom humor. It's like, it doesn't belong on network television.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
Oh.
This show can be reconned by being on the holodeck, but it can be retconned. It can be retconned by being on the holodeck? Or recon? Just tell me in the chat. I think you mean retcon.
Retconned.
Oh, live long and prosper, Mark. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. One of us. Mark, the Sunday Night Geekery tomorrow is about what time, JT? You're usually a mod on there.
11:30 Eastern for Late Night Fortnite. Yeah.
Okay.
Thereabouts.
Thank you again, Mark. You know what?
Thank you, Mark.
So much. You got Linda for that one, and so I think you know what? Someone wants to say goodbye to you.
Sir, that was so controversial. Sir.
There you go.
And Admiral.
Not yet.
No, Deanna, you have to watch all of the episode.
Your bridge officer, Resolute Germ, put a message in chat for you there.
Germ, what's going on your channel this week?
We'll have the part 2 of Forge on Saturday. And
or 8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully be back for a movie on Monday.
Okay, yeah, we missed this one this week. I was bummed. Germ's got to beam off. You want to give this episode 3, a grade?
As low as humanly possible.
Is it a reverse A? Perfectly terrible entertainment?
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, Germ gives it a reverse A. I'll beam you down to the planet. Thanks, buddy.
Good night,
You're
Germ.
the best.
Good night, everybody.
Never going to forgive me for making him watch that. I'm going to be hearing about that. I can't wait to find out what get even means.
Is it get even or get even?
Set a give?
He's doing both. He's getting and getting even. Anyway, Nicotino and Dave Demidar, we find out that, and this is one of the things that Alex Kurtzman does that just infuriates me. Teag, whatever, Nicotino, I'm very happy that she survived the cancer. She does not look very healthy. And we're going to like train for this game of like laser, like simulation red rum with the rest of the academy. And she goes, I'm kind of a jock nerd type, actually. And she's in charge of athletics and she's walking around looking sickly. And it's because she was recently ill. I mean, I'm glad she's okay, but my God.
Yeah. It's where do we go from here?
All I know is that the NYPD have found my lair. Damn. Oh, they kept going. Cool. They're going after one of the other supervillains in this neighborhood.
Is the bagpiper back?
The bagpiper, I saw him and he apologized to me for bagpiping. And
Really?
I asked him, and I asked him like why. And he said that St. Patrick's Day, it's a coming, and he's got to get back in practice again, or he won't be able to represent Ireland well. And that we should understand the life of a bagpiper. And I said, what do you mean? He's like, my first wife left me over it. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's really, really
over
loud.
The bagpiping?
Well,
there was probably other issues, but
I don't know. He was pretty drunk when he was telling me, but he seemed like a great guy. So anyway, I was heading to get my lunch, and this guy's trashed. And he's just like, usually
how did he know it was him? Was he wearing a kilt or something?
He was taking his bagpipe to the graveyard to practice. That's where he usually practices.
Really?
Well, no one's going to complain.
Yeah. So he says that it's a lonely life being a bagpipe player, and I'm just thinking like, there's like 25,000 guys who are going to walk down freaking Fifth Avenue in a couple of weeks with bagpipes. This like how many lonely men are like playing bagpipes in New York City right now, like ruining another marriage. And he's like, I don't know if he got cause for that. I mean, I don't think your hobby can be held against you unless your hobby is dating, right? It's like that's the only real cause for it. It's like, but it is a hobby. It's like having threesomes with other women's not a hobby, sir. Well, yeah, it's what I did to relax. I mean, I wanted to be like my hero.
Okay, at least he apologized. I mean,
another piece of valuable information.
Hey, there we go. I'm all for this.
Yes, I love it.
Bring back Daniels. Bring back Daniels.
Yeah, I mean, Daniels 1 or Kovitz from Star Trek Discovery, because Kovitz from Star Trek Discovery is Daniels. But you didn't know that stupid bullshit, did you? He's the president of the entire universe. Yeah, he's the head Federation commissioner.
Yeah. One of the things I really loved here was the unprofessional nature of the Marshal the entire time, this entire episode. She refused to say, no, we need to punish everybody because leadership are empathy, patience, and passion. Some bullshit. I'm like, no, that's not what this leadership's about at all. But she refused to take a leadership stance herself. She would allow
her
him to
ethos
keep
was to do
escalating.
what she criticized him for.
Yeah, at first she would get mad at them for taking matters into their own hands, but then she would also just resist anyone trying to crack down on the situation and egged them on. It's like if you have a bunch of bad people in your town and you're the mayor and you have the Texas Rangers coming in to arrest all these people, and then you tell the Texas Rangers to F off, but then all this crime is happening in your town and you just don't understand why, and you're like obstinate to fixing the problem. Like that's exactly who she is in this episode. And it's just unprofessional conduct for the head of this academy to just behave in this way. Not to mention she ditches her uniform in this episode. I guess she's on the weekend, but she goes out in public and starts telling cadets what to do. And she's just casually dressed up in whatever she got at, I don't know where she shops these days, but we'll just call it Neiman Marcus.
Wait,
how old is she? 900?
440 something years old.
Yeah, 400 to 500.
Because the admiral was like, the other guy, the commandant of the war college, is like 40.
She's on her 5,000th period, so she has an excuse.
or the 100th year of hot flashes. Who knows where she is in the fucking. I would hope that she couldn't produce another child anymore. Like, let's hope that this woman can't have any more children. She's the terrible surrogate mom to this kid, slurring and drunk to him all day long. I'm sorry, but everybody else for her entire career was able to make Holly Hunter movies without releasing this embarrassing personal detail.
Right.
She always had a sideways lisp, as it's called, with the air escaping the size of her mouth and stuff like that.
It's the Jodie Foster accent. Is what it is.
Yeah, it's the Georgia or North Florida accent. Yeah, like Jacksonville. I think she has because it's not quite Kentucky. I mean, I might be wrong. If anyone
We'd
wants
have to ask Tony.
Holly Hunter's accent, Tony would get it right away. Tony is sort of like the is sort of like the Henry Higgins of American accents. We'll ask him. But I just, the ethos of both of these schools is like, I can tell you a story. Okay, it's about a democracy a long time ago. Okay, before this guy Alexander the Great made the Greeks into greats, they were small time. They had their little cities. Okay, and some of them they were a little bit artsy. Let's call them that, like Athens. Okay, and then we had one that was called Sparta. All right, and in Sparta you didn't get enough food if you were a kid. And you had to live with the other kids in a big military hall. And if you missed your parents, you got your ass kicked if you were a kid. And if you stole things, you only got in trouble if you got caught. That is the ethos of the Federation in these two schools. Am I not correct? Like, what do you have to do to become an officer? Like, to graduate, you have to go kill a random Federation citizen and get away with it. It's called jump in.
Yeah.
It's like we got the Bloods and the fucking Crips for the fucking Federation. No self-respecting. Any self-respecting Crip would turn the phaser sideways and take out all of these people.
Well, they as a kid, when you were getting bullied, you found a nest of taskbar eggs, and you crack them open and eat them on the spot.
Guys, I have a question for you.
Chain of command.
The basketball hoop in the gym, it was real. True or false?
False.
You are correct. Here, let me show it to you.
Did they CGI it in there like with a glow or some shit?
Yes.
Just like they did with his space headphones that had to have the green glowy crap on it.
This PSA on the bottom of the screen is brought to you courtesy of Sean.
Let me show you. Shared it out. Here's an image of the screen. Now, if you look here,
God,
the basketball hoop is not attached to anything. There's also no reflection of it anywhere on this glass wall. So this is a fake floating basketball hoop. There's nothing at the top here or the back or the bottom that it's attached to.
Well, it has anti-grav just like Michael Jordan.
Oh,
I believe his name was Shaquille Jordan. It's Shaquille Jordan.
Shaquille Jordan. Oh yeah, Shaquille Jordan.
He was the best player till LeBron O'Neal came along. What?
Also, folks, people thought that she was like a 6 or 7. No,
she was such a cunt that she was like a 4. I mean, this is not even. This is like a less extreme case of looks to personality nerfing than say Amber Heard, but it's in the same area. She is such a fucking asshole that her looks get reduced. It's like she is like. First of all, she's like painfully
I am not a fucking asshole.
Yes, you are. She's painfully thin. She is so thin. Like, if I had sex with this woman, I would be able to see my phallus within her. Like, it would be moving. It would be a substantial part of her overall body weight once it was inserted in her. And I'm not saying that I'm like some kind of northern continent hung Vulcan type of guy. The riches of a warrior, yes. I mean, and I'm fully functional, but I mean, this woman, I mean, like, when you say stuff like it looks like you'd break her in half, it's like, it's a good thing these guys don't dig chicks. We're going to find out for sure soon. But I mean, right now, I'm like 90% sure they don't dig chicks. But they are stupid enough that they just may decide to make these guys straight. But, you know, like right now, it's like, I feel like it's like they put me in a place where I have to talk about things where it's like I have to do it like this. Is like, right now, our spaceships are leaving for Zion.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm not going after her looks.
Garbage.
I'm not going after her looks as a person. I'm saying they cast these people.
Oh, I am
a certain way, purposefully, so that way they do not get the advantage of the male gaze whatsoever. Like they're not casting them to appear physically strong enough, like they did in Starship Troopers, to have, you know, Dizzy and all of them. You felt like they could have been in the military.
Dizzy is also from this, like, very, very nearby this area.
Cool.
I'm so spoiled. Like, the one thing that is true, if you sit on Fifth Avenue and have your lunch in Midtown, you'll see so many women walk by that are so much prettier than any woman you'll ever see on TV in about 5 minutes.
I mean, and I don't doubt it. I really don't doubt it. Whatever they did here, they made sure that people didn't look like they could actually fulfill the role that they were cast for. And they also were not cast for physical attractiveness on the female side at all.
No,
only on the male side.
Alex Kurtzman's wife thinks you're a funny lesbian comedian, you've got a job, even though you can only talk in deadpan. RRTNZ with 2 New Zealand dollar super chat says, we need Daniels to erase this show's timeline. At least it's not canonically in our dimension, or like we really like the people from Paramount, like they were pretty forceful about the way they've tried to explain the.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's in our timeline, and I want it gone.
I couldn't agree with you more, sir. This is one of the worst abominations I've seen, and one of the worst things I've seen on in my 4 years on YouTube. With Star Trek, the new Star Trek coming in, let me tell you something. The only thing that was new, let me put it this way: in the 4 years I've been doing YouTube, there's only been one Star Trek show. It was 8 minutes long. It was called Unification, and it was great to review. All the rest of this shit has been, their Star Trek has been so horrible. When people try to carve out that exception for Picard season 3, I guess too many people who are too prestigious like say it's better, and it is better for me to swim upstream forever. But I went on record enough with that one. It's far enough in the past for me to stop fighting it. It is very much an outlier in this Star Trek. It still sucked. Don't get me wrong. And those characters were not correct, and their powers were not correct. They were their new Trek doppelgangers. That was not the characters we knew. They were terrible.
And Admiral Sir.
Thank you, RR. Yes, sir.
RRTNZ also says, I was on Team Dizzy from day one, and Dina Meyer's both based. Looks amazing even now. Well said.
Holy smoke, with like really minimal plastic surgery, if any. Her boobs are bigger than they used to be. I think she has boobs now, but whoa. Yeah, like you see her and Denise Richards next to each other, and you're like, what was wrong with that guy? He should have just like Dizzy to the ride or die with Dizzy, man. Ride or die with it. And by the way, I want to say I felt like it wasn't Castor Van Dien, but the other guy from Starship Troopers. I felt indeed as though a gigantic cockroach had sucked my brain out of my skull after watching this fucking show.
Now,
and I in fact envied that death.
This whole game that they play, they're trying to make their own version of Quidditch.
Laser tag. Yeah, it's Quidditch, but it's laser tag.
Yeah.
Or Ender's Game. If you've seen Ender's Game, it was very similar.
In Ender's
whole
Game
thing was
very similar to Ender's
the
Game.
The whole thing with the transporting you into the penalty box, or you're out, you've been tagged. Fine. That's a fine enough idea. The
why they need the detection vests to do this? Yeah, here's what they do. They play a massive game of laser tag, right? And for some reason, you need the laser tag sensors anyway. They're wearing like these sensors for it. But when you fire your phaser, it's locked on one setting till the plot needs it not to be. It's locked on one setting, and when you get hit, you simply get transported into the casualty bit box, which sounds hockey-ish enough, makes enough sense to me. I get it. So everyone charges at each other and plays a big game of laser tag. And then the last people in are the mascots. Why anyone would make a military game this fucking retarded? It's like making the mascot part of the football. It's like the last person who could stop the guy on the run back of the kickoff is the mascot of the team. And it's just like I could just see like the guy from the Fighting Commodores like running out there and like knocking a football player to the ground, or better yet, like at the Washington National games, like fucking Teddy Roosevelt runs up to the plate and like punches the player in the face.
Here you go. Here's
that was how they did. One was a Mugatu and one was a fucking Gorn.
Here's one. That's a reused set. That's a reused set from, I believe, Discovery.
Loki. Looks like the Loki set too.
Yeah, that's definitely a reuse set from something else.
It looks like the set from Obi-Wan where he has to hold the water back with the Force.
You said this is a Mugatu?
This is a Mugatu. It's a vanilla gorilla unicorn, except that this one sucks.
So they're making fun.
Us.
This one, they make fun of the Mugatu from TOS. And then
it's the hologram inside there.
Yeah, and then the Gorn is the other team. So they try to
it's like
shit
a
on
giant salamander, but I think it's supposed to be a Gorn, right?
Yeah, and so they try to shit on original Trek. Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't see the transgendered black and white cookie aliens from Charon.
This is a military academy. Let me see if I can find one of the others.
This is the most window-licking military academy this side of fucking East Germany. A country that no longer exists and is safe to make fun of.
Yeah. There's so much non-talking here.
That great, right? They're gone.
I'm trying to find a good shot of one of these things, but they spend so much time standing around talking about nothing, which is probably why I fell asleep for most of it.
Starfleet could not pull off a Falkland Island-sized operation on Earth, let alone a space wharf. What the fuck is with these people? They are so stupid.
Yeah. Boy, this is hard to find one because they like never bring it out at the right moment in time. You know what? Fuck it. It was horribly ugly anyway.
I hated every minute of watching this, and at the end of the episode,
the
Admiral is they teach them at the academies of both of these schools that the way to the top is to lie, cheat, and steal the best you can. And at the end of the episode, after telling them that lying, cheating, and stealing isn't the best, the episode is, you're not supposed to listen to me when I'm telling you to lie, cheat, and steal, because I am a liar. That's our version of honor here at Starfleet Academy. It was right out of Caligula. Sweet Caesar, why are you doing this to me? Because you're an honest man and Romans are liars. Fuck you! I hated the show. I hated this episode. And I didn't give our audience a chance to rate it because I don't think it would make any difference. I think the audience hates the show as much as we do. But let's take a look at
There you
our
go.
poll.
Here's the Gorn alien. The other mascot.
He's got his hat on. He's got his Gorn head off.
Yeah.
But yeah. And he's looking just like the old school Gorn. Yeah, he's got like the Gorn toga.
Well,
the colors of that.
It's
Admiral, not just like it. It's like the Geico version of it.
I did find Waldo. Here's your first white male extra in the series. I found Waldo.
I mean, could these writers find a clue? I mean, and this episode ends with them being taught that like cheating is the way to go. I mean, both the War College and the Starfleet Academy, where they're supposed to be like a lot more chill and learning to be explorers, it's like, well, if you had skills to be a diplomat, alliances. There's something about what Admiral Mushmouth fucking says to him. And this is the worst Starfleet captain we've ever had, the worst Star Trek show we've ever had,
Well, here I've
the
got
worst episode we've ever had, but that
got one
will
more for
only
you.
last for a week. Go for it.
So here you have the Captain Marshal's orders. You just let a cadet come in and undress and hang out on your I don't know. This is for when she's
called
her
it a chase
therapist.
She specifically called it a chase lounge. It's a futon that you can order from IKEA, but okay. She called it a chase lounge. I remember when I was in college, regular civilian college, and I walked into the dean's office, sat down on his fucking chair, and said, "Sir, I'm going to do things my way here." That like they're doing shit here that doesn't even fly in like community junior college. He's removed by security from most colleges by now.
Oh, by doing this? Yeah.
A couple of things already.
So
yeah.
These
And
are
he said
the
a few
Easter
things.
eggs. These are the things that we're supposed to love. You know, they probably
Yeah.
spent 50 grand on this lamp. That's where all the
All the
budget
ships
went.
are unrecognizable. Their Voyager model on
No
there,
berth?
someone freeze framed it. Someone freeze framed their Voyager looking ship, and the nacelles were tilted down and under, like the Reliant.
Well, here you have
Like I know the Voyager's nacelles were flexible, but they didn't do that. They didn't like need Viagra to stay level. They leveled out when the ship went to warp.
She has a couple models that are way too small. I bet these are Eagle Moss or something, but they couldn't find the
They're
XL
on-
variants.
Yeah, they kit bashed a couple of Eagle Mosses too. And they look all right, but they're on different stands to make them look like they're not Eagle Mosses. But yeah, this is what happens when you put your
This is
model
from
company into
Amazon.
bankruptcy.
This up here,
Yeah.
this solar system is
All
from
this stuff is
Amazon.
from Amazon. Yeah, no, I mean this is an IKEA
the-
room with Amazon furnishings.
She has some kind of gardening shovel. And a
Just call a
spoon.
spade a spade.
Oh,
I mean, this is
Couldn't
just
resist
stupid.
that.
It's tacky.
put
It's
your heart
tacky.
into that joke. It was quite the time.
And it ends with them doing nothing, but the ends justify the means, and getting even is the way to do stuff. And I hated it. I hated it so much.
Yeah,
I'm done.
this was
I'm at
about
the point where I'm
revenge.
done. I can't even watch it more than once.
I'm very interested in what our audience thinks. This like is very much a non-binding kind of thing, guys, because like we don't know at what point this becomes a thing. Like I have a funny feeling that next week this could be a huge thing because Az changed what he was doing to make a video about it that should be dropping tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's on metric time over there in England where
Well, he did episode 3 already.
Okay,
He did
I hadn't
3.
seen it.
He did
Okay.
one.
I
Dave
think he
Cullen
might-
did one.
Dave
somebody
Collins was
else
out
did
last
one
week
as
as
well.
usual, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's getting that shit ahead of time. Dave Cullen is got some good Trek takes, but I think he would have like 10,000 subs if he wasn't getting this stuff so early. His videos are good because his points are good, but what is it? A bunch of still images? Look at what Drinker does. It's not in the same class of video making.
Sure, I'm just saying
Same
there's
class
been
of news.
a couple of the pre-record guys that don't have the live takes. They've gotten their videos up, as was one.
Jackie on Pulse is now a fucking live guy. We changed.
They have to have seen these episodes already. I'm sure they got a hold of them.
Disperuse is up.
They're on at 8 o'clock in the morning now.
Wait, for episode 3 or 4?
But for 3. Disperuse is 3 up.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, because it came out early. But I wouldn't be surprised if Disbrew had access to this thing.
When it drops the right time for us, it's 8 o'clock in the morning for them, right? At 3 o'clock U.S. Eastern, it's 8 o'clock in the morning for them in England. So like, Az is like, oh, well, I just woke up and watched it straight away. You know, that's what we usually hear from them. That's why they have a jump on us. Like, we're a little bit winding down at 3 a.m. I mean, not that I could ever do it that fast. I was getting faster as I was making the video essays, but I mean, I think that the idea of making a video essay for this show, it seems like next week is the week to do it, and I think I missed my window on this one. Like, I didn't think it was going to be this high. Strange New Worlds is definitely gonna get special attention from them, but I didn't think this show would be this hot, and I didn't think we'd be covering it much because it involves like a school, but all the actors are adults, and to the point where they're raving idiots beyond belief. I mean, and like just in general, like, what do you guys think of that Klingon's voice? That's some real cheap.
Oh, it's
voice
so
mod.
fucking filtered. It's so filtered. He even admitted he auditioned in his regular voice because he didn't know about Klingons.
Voice is like this.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you would be the first, but
voice changers where you speak into them and they're like megaphones and they have like an alien voice and all that.
Yeah, my son had one when he was 5.
Yeah, those sound better than what they have his turn into.
Yeah. Sean's son, when he was 5, had more talent and more ability to do this role than this fucking guy who killed Grover. That guy killed Grover. He really pissed me off. He came to the premiere and he had killed Grover and skinned him and wore him as a jacket. Fuck you. That's Elmo's uncle. I know that you're down with the actor who played Elmo. I know you think he's cool, you piece of shit. But you know what? You don't go around killing Grover on my watch. Not without getting called out for it. Sean liked that one.
Well, that's 2 Sesame Street references in one show. I love it.
What was the first one? I forget.
Oh, Mr. Hooper's store.
yeah, like if you go behind Mr. Hooper's store, there's like there's an evil Muppet of Admiral Teag selling crack. How about that? It's all the Saving Star Trek guys, and we've got like New Trek DVDs and crack. We're a cautionary tale. Like there's crack with the New Trek. It's like, here, sirs, take this, and then like the hero of the show comes and says, "Stop sharing copyrighted material. That's a false way to do business." And he's called Bottleophagus because everything he has comes out of a bottle. Is it a bottle of psychiatric medicine? Is it a bottle of booze? I don't fucking know.
Well, isn't Sesame Street supposed to be in New York?
No, it's any urban town, but it is like made by the New York area, New York, New Jersey PBS. So, yeah, it's based on New York and Philly. Sesame Street.
I was gonna say either Jersey or New York because they kind of have brownstones around there.
I'll be right back, guys. This water isn't strong enough.
Yeah, they're in Patterson a lot. They're in Jersey City a lot. That's all the Metro New York City area. They're in Hoboken a lot. Easy. Morgan Freeman seems to be when he does this thing in the electric company, walking around Hoboken.
Well, you know what? I think they are in New York because in the Muppet movie, when
when Kermit and Fozzie ask Big Bird if he needs a ride because he's walking, he goes, "I'm on my way to New York City to break into public television."
That's right. But that is what the New York City put PBS New York. What is it called in New York? TEAG in New York. WNET, I think it's called in New York. But New York's PBS makes that one. With a generous grant from the Children's Television Workshop and the Helena Rubinstein Foundation, which didn't always used to teach your kids to be godless commies. It was once a fucking good show. I mean, we all can say it. I'll say the first part, Sean will know the rest. A loaf of bread.
A bottle of milk. And a stick of butter. Yep. I was just thinking of that earlier.
I don't know what the purpose of that one was, but I mean, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8. I mean, that was useful hitting first grade. And the idea of that show is that television was the third parent. And like, if the first two parents sucked, like they kind of do sometimes in the neighborhoods that are depicted.
But you know, in reality, that girl was sent down to buy a pack of Camels. Or a pack of Newport, sorry.
A dime of weed. a bottle of Courvoisier. And some takeout from Popeyes.
Are we talking about the JM Hadar
We've moved on from the show, and we're just this is the part of the show now when we're like, hey, Daniel, we'll give this its rating. This is another reverse A. This is the perfectly horrible entertainment. But Sean and I were just misbehaving pretty badly. This is the part of the show where you find out that we're actually friends and we hang out a little bit. We will now entertain what's going on.
JT, you have to time mark this conversation and go back and listen to it. We can't recreate it. That was the funniest fucking thing I've heard all day.
I've already forgotten it. That's how hard I was trying to be totally laughing. I was able to get through it, but I'm going to have to talk about it. I guess I could watch it. I thought the funniest thing tonight would be Trump going, and we've decided not to move to the United States. Thank you very much. What the fuck are you talking about when they got that one? I have to get the context.
Now, is this stuff, would you consider it at the level that The Acolyte was? Is this as property killing as that? Because I was sitting here watching it trying to think, is this worse than The Acolyte or better than The Acolyte?
Because everyone is now descending on it, and it got ratioed by its own old action figure from a better version of the franchise, I think it's going to be The Acolyte. It's going to be the end of Kurtzman. It might encourage the people at Paramount to be like, we have to show your show, but we didn't say when. We've got it marked down for, we're going to show it on the actual start date. Just stop smoking now and start jogging a lot, Kurtzman. Or have your wife frozen like the people from Neutral Zone. God knows she's frigid enough when you're around. Kurtzman, let me borrow a line from that great philosopher Clubber Lang. Maybe she needs to be with a real man. I like how Clubber Lang wore the Irish themed outfit. Like, was he supposed to be? It was like I was in Notre Dame until I got kicked out for taking performance enhancing drugs, and then I learned how to box and jet. I don't know, but I mean, Mr. T, you were invited on this show. We'll talk about your appearance fee. I think that episode will probably make back the money to pay Mr. T. If we have Mr. T on here, we'll just do a whole night on the A team. Who's down for that one?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Also, I think we could get Matthew Modine for probably a reasonable amount of American money for a whole show, and he can talk about Full Metal Jacket, because aside from being like a few things that we don't dig, a lot of people have different political opinions, he's pretty quiet about most of his, except his strong belief in the First Amendment and not changing movies after the fact. He went fucking crazy when they changed the movie art and started cutting scenes from Full Metal Jacket, and he got it restored and fixed on Amazon. He got
nice.
He got "Me so horny" part put back in. He was like, "Fuck you, no, fuck you, no," and they're like, "Sir, take some money and go away." He's like, "Go fuck yourself. I've been in this business long enough. I'm in season 5 of Stranger Things. It's going to be the biggest thing ever. It's not going to be retarded or anything."
Yeah, I'm glad a lot of actors are doing that because they should know that the current thing that's acceptable could circle around on them and fuck them up in the future.
Oh yes,
I know. Yeah, there's the line. I know that the people on this channel will be like super cool because like no one like joins this channel who's actually truly intolerant. No one joins this channel who has like hate in their hearts. And when people start acting hateful and being hateful, I mean, I could have like 4 or 5 more concurrents if you guys were willing to be exposed to hate. This is no fucking safe place, but I will not have bad faith scumbags saying things, especially now that sometimes, you know, we leave the chat up on the screen like this. Like, you might have a chance to circumvent the mod. Like, I think you should be able to at least trust your fellow Star Trek fans. It's a little more wild during the week when we have the vertical stream and stuff like that. But
you know that quote by RTNZ that you're showing is very apt given the background picture.
They did not come together. They were not able to in my mind. I think that they scissored for weeks and weeks and weeks until like a small fire broke out, and then like they just
they had to get in sync, you know.
Bye.
It takes a few weeks. Hey, you
Good
need to put a U-Haul fucking logo on those.
I know.
things.
I thought about it. I just thought the inclusion emblem was more important because this show put that inclusion logo before plot, and used it as a hostage and an excuse. If you are a part of any of those causes, you know, good for you. We're not going to tell you how to live as long as you don't tell us. But here's the deal, man. Like, this pandering did not help their cause. We saw a show called Landman. Has anyone caught the end of that now?
I have not.
Yes.
I have not.
Right.
But
I did
RTNZ.
I'm only going to spoil part of one storyline. I'm not going to ruin anything.
Okay,
There's this character in episode 9 who shows up who is a they, them. Their name is Pagan. They're a fucking asshole to Ainsley, who is also an asshole. Like, we don't like Ainsley that much either, but she's been doing a face turn all season. Ainsley is perfectly nice to the they, them, and she's like, I don't really understand it, and she meant it, and she was willing to listen. She thought the ferret was kind of a crazy pet, and it freaked her out. And then the they, them was like, never bring meat in here, and no dancing, laughing, or music. And Pagan, at that point, Ainsley just splits and calls her mom, and Angela comes up and does not destroy the they, them, and says, you know, like, I would invite you to come with us, but we're going to be singing, laughing, and dancing, and you don't like that stuff, so you can just stay here. And when the camera lingered on Pagan, what went through my mind was maybe we're going to see some of the classic Taylor Sheridan genius in this show. And I was not surprised. In the next episode, while I thought Pagan was sabotaging Ainsley, what happened was we found out that Pagan learned a little bit of a lesson, said, call me she. She cleared up the pronoun thing and was calling herself she. She said, maybe I was wrong because I do like music too. They had a common artist they both like, Lainey Ellis, who's on the soundtrack for Landman. And she's all right. But the Landman soundtrack itself, the music for the show is better. It's almost Twin Peaks level good. Check it out. But they turned the they, them character into a sympathetic, like somewhat heroic character, because what happens is Ainsley's not going to make the cheering squad at the school. She's not TCU good. She's got problems. And like, it looks like Pagan is sniping at her. But when she walks over to her, she's like, Norris, come here. And she's like, Ainsley doesn't know what to expect. She's like, put your foot up there. And she's like, take off your shoe. And she starts taping up her ankle. She's like, this will give you the support that you need. Take this recommendation to the strength coach to get proper exercises because your ankles aren't strong enough and it's holding you back. And she's like, will it make me good enough to cheer in 2 weeks? Like, it's going to take about 6 weeks, but we'll do it without getting you hurt. Do it this way. And you're going to have to show up to practice a little extra early. And without them having any conversations about I'm a they, them, you're a her, she, like, she's like, you know, call me she, maybe I came on too strong, comes later. Like, they bond initially over the fact that we realize Pagan's not there to, like, get kicked out of school over someone she might not be a good fit with a roommate with, she still did her sports medicine major and did it fairly well. Pagan can work for my football team. It's the Jets. She can't hurt it anyway, but I mean, she's capable enough. Like, no, I mean, even if it was a good football team, Pagan knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
She also, we know she can't be sabotaging Ainsley because she had 3 other professionals sign off on it. We step away, and when we go back, Pagan is being mocked as a they, them by a bunch of like middle school kids. And Ainsley calls them out and shows that she's Angela's daughter, but in a good way. But practice breaks up. The coach tells her she sucks, but then she goes, but you know what? Standing up for your teammate day one, I kind of like that, Norris. You're okay. And we know that Ainsley really didn't like or know what to make of Pagan, and that Pagan kind of didn't like or know what to make of Ainsley, and they've decided that they're going to try living in that dorm room together again and see if it works out. But they don't know. And then we might not see Pagan again, but it was a cool way to show us both sides of both characters really quick. Taylor Sheridan specializes at that. This show can't do it. These characters are all the same. It's gazpacho soup, man. It is ice cold, and it's just tomato sauce with water. Yeah, they tried to deal with it. Season 5. Oh, it's Star Trek season 5. They had 5. I know it came on 6 times. It's confusing.
I mean, Daniel's Hot Topics, that could very well be an interesting idea to go down that route. The problem is the writers of the show ran out of ideas repeatedly. And that's why they kind of rebooted the show like twice, maybe 3 times. Every season felt like a different show. They had a revolving door for the writers. 1, 2, they just ran out of ideas, and so I don't think a season 6 would have been in the cards, or a season 7 would have been in the cards ever anyway, because they had nothing going on in season 5, and so I mean, you would need to get people in there that were talented enough to write a season 6 that you would never have had in 1 through 5. And so I think that's just asking too much for the show, unfortunately.
Admiral, if I can, I would like to challenge RRTNZ a little bit out of pure respect. Okay, I'm going to highlight the comment he made here. So he says, I have nothing personal against Teag or Kurtzman or anyone from New Trek. Hate their work, but as a people, I bear them no animosity. And in general, I agree, except I take exception to Kurtzman.
Yeah,
and let me explain why. And this is a quote from what he said at the San Diego Comic-Con in 2020, when he says the BL matter, B lives matter, and the NAA Kappa Phi. A lot of our cast speaking to that, Star Trek speaking to it. I'm just reading verbatim here. He was umming a lot. He said, the goal is not really to promote Star Trek, but to promote these organizations and to use our platform to be able to bring greater awareness to these very important messages and places. And that, I am sorry, I have extreme animosity. You know the word.
Yeah,
to Kurtzman.
You know why he says that? It's not because he believes this shit. I mean, he's a fucking useful idiot towards these people. It's a lot like the Drew Barrymore show. If you're a celebrity and you have a celebrity diet book you want to sell, like Drew Barrymore will craft an episode around your show, and she won't make another episode. There are no honest episodes of that show, and I feel like with Kurtzman, he's now crowdfunding from left-wing political donors. He got his hand on the Democratic Party donor list, and he has been a destructive force in the Democratic Party because he's pushing these horrible ideas. I mean, the idea that like if you hate either party, just let Alex Kurtzman make their next commercial and they'll almost go extinct overnight. Put that commercial in heavy rotation, they're gone.
Teag.
Can I finish, please?
Yeah.
So sorry.
I'm
Captain Picard. Go ahead.
No, as the actors, I think Picardo's a buffoon, but I like the guy. I think he's coming from an honest place. I think he's a sweet man. I have no ill will toward him. But Kurtzman, with that quote that he said, I am using Star Trek's platform to do something else. And I'm sorry, but fuck him. I have extreme hate for him for that. That is not his position to do, and screw him. The actor's fine. They're going to be what they are. They're going to go on and tout their stuff, but they're not showrunners. So I'm fine with them, whatever they're going to say. But Kurtzman was given a great responsibility, and he is just using it for his own personal fucking hubris. So fuck him in the ass, which he'd like.
We're pretty sure that's our opinion. Okay,
that is my opinion.
In
yes,
this country, we're still allowed to have the Mr. Kurtzman, and people have had quite enough of your instruction. If you ask me, I am sickened by his instruction. I'm sickened by the finger wagging, and I think you've crippled one whole side of our political spectrum by leading down this path and by amplifying only the richest, most radically insane people. Like, how long till Jane Fonda? How long till they go to Quezon 3 and then Jane Fonda's the fucking president? Yep. I mean, they're like trying to like right every fucking wrong, and like there would have been like a Rob Reiner special cause episode. I mean, he would have given him like $400,000 if they had like a more specifically anti-Trump episode. I mean, maybe I don't want to go there, but I mean, like they are responsible for the amplification.
Let's wait till episode 4, which is it's gonna go there.
They are responsible for the amplification of two different types of TDS. Both Trump dementia syndrome and Teag dementia syndrome, which affects people who hate Admiral Teag. They lose their fucking judgment. They turn into blithering fucking idiots. And they lose a lot of energy.
With delusions of grandeur about their own art quality.
I'll just close it.
37 on that one.
I'll close it with this. I do agree with you, RT and Zed. For the actors and the performers in general, I completely agree with you. Where I draw the line is with people like Tim Russ and Marina Sirtis and Patton Oswalt, who come out and wish death or harm on people who don't agree with them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where I'm like, that's where I just say you're sub fucking human.
He has known great tragedy in his own life, and he still throws around words like that.
Yeah,
like what kind of human being doesn't change? Sean, you can relate to this one, right? In Trek 09, when you watch it now, if you have to, like when we had to rewatch it, when we invoked the death of Kirk's father and then invoked the death of Spock's mother for no dramatic weight, just to like get us past asking any questions, wasn't it insulting now that you've reached the point where like you've lost one parent and worry about the other? It hits different now. It's
because my dad's gone and I worry about my mom a lot. I call her every day.
Yeah, same here. And there he is in the space of 25 minutes. He blows away two primary characters candidates, and he has to make Winona Ryder ugly as some kind of apology. She still looks younger and hotter now than JJ had her looking in 2009 as Joyce.
And Beverly Crusher is extremely jealous of her because she got to fuck a ghost.
We don't talk about Sub Rosa on this channel, Sean.
We'll talk about Beetlejuice though.
Someone was complaining to Beverly about a guy that she said he ghosted me, and Beverly got turned on. Like, ooh, tell me about it.
All right, we've got an inaccessible 3 hours. What's everybody up to this week? And Radioactive Actual is right. There's no crowdfunding necessary when cutouts for Chinese Communist Party intelligence services give them money for free. And you know what? I give this stream out with no commercial interruption live. And if you're listening later, it's very limited and it's only to keep YouTube from destroying us. We fear our overlord, all right? We're not going to fuck with YT. That's why every once in a while there's a Mars stream. And they try to drive you to the Mars stream. I don't want to make them angry, but the other thing I don't want to do is rake you guys over the coals with a bunch of idiotic commercials. So there's never any barriers between you and I on the landscape stream live, even when we do Mars. That actually kind of functions as like a way of keeping risk reduction for me, because this channel frequently gets attacked because we're going to tell you the truth. We're not going to play games, and we're not going to sit there and run an X feed complaining nonstop about Star Trek Starfleet Academy. And then when Sean tweets about it, put the stupidest, lamest comment in the world. Well, if it's not good, why are you watching? And you ask yourself that question, you goddamn toothless sea lion. And with that, what are you guys up to this week? JT, where are you going to be at?
Sure. So tomorrow evening,
I heard he's got an exclusive over at Nick Weiser's.
Tomorrow evening, I'll be likely over on Mark D with the C's channel for some late night Fortnite around 11:30 p.m. Eastern. You might see Dave C over there. You might see all kinds of cool people that you recognize. So love to have fun with that. Saturday, I'll be right back here at 9 p.m. Eastern doing some Saving Star Trek. I'll let you talk about that a little bit more. And then Sunday, who knows? Maybe I'll be over on Mark C's again at 10:30 Eastern for Sunday Night Geekery. Real quick on that.
I want to thank him for being such a great host to me.
Yes. It was such a joy to have the two of us hang out, Admiral, where it wasn't on somebody's channel where you or I are the leader, right? We were just hanging out, and it was so much fun being on Mark's channel. I was thinking before the show, maybe I'll go on if like Tom has another commitment that night or, something like that, because, you never want somebody to be alone on a show. It always is more fun when you have people to talk to. And
unless you don't like him and like to watch him struggle.
Right.
Or you enjoy
drawing circles.
I saw Dadman on there and I saw the Admiral on there, and I said, "Oh, I know everybody on this panel. Let me hop in here." And I ended up doing like a 6-hour stream, 5-6 hour stream. I was not counting on that, but I just had so much fun. And then it was like 3 a.m, and I'm like, I'm falling. I'm going to pass out of my chair here. And I had to duck out. So you never know what's going to happen on Sundays. We didn't even get to any of the food discussion that he loves to do, which always makes me hungry. Or, we didn't get to Landman either. So we just had a lot to say and a lot to talk about. So
by the end of that stream, we were getting ready to, but we finished the stream with like 3 bars of charge still going. But like after the backstage talk, like we were all low energy at that point. We had to put ourselves back on the charger, which in our case is not actually alcohol. We love you guys. Sean, what are you up to? You're on Dubcock this Wednesday, I'm assuming. What's our movie?
I think it's Krull, which I've never seen, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it's like a sci-fi-ish type of movie.
It's pretty fucking weird, and it's got David Thewlis in it, and JJ wanted to redo it, so he didn't get a chance to redo it. The video game, I think, made more money than the movie. It was a little confused. Gary will probably love it because there's a lot of stagecraft in that movie. But it's on the same level as like, what's the one with the guy from Matt Houston, Sword and the Sorcerer, where he's with Connie Selica and she's pretending she's straight and likes guys?
I have no idea. That's a whole genre of movies I never got into. So I'm looking forward to it because I think there's only been one movie that
Excalibur.
Okay, I've seen bits of that, but I think there's only been one movie on the movies we love thing. There's only been one that I didn't care for so much. Everything else, I'm like, wow, this is a great movie. So I'm looking. I like the opportunity to do that. So that's what I got going on. Bracing for the big storm coming down. I think we're going to avoid most of it down here. We're a little
Sean
further
and I
south.
are both in the zone of extreme cold, dangerously cold weather. But what I notice is like JT's on the upper edge of it. But the thing is, the temperature's no colder than average there. Like we're just all living in JT's world for the next week.
That's the thing.
You are
like the weather.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
The thing is like where we are. We don't get that kind of weather very often, so people don't know how to drive in the ice. People don't generally have all-wheel drive. So they panic buy and they do all that. But I was smart. I stocked up on all the stuff I need last Sunday, and I've got enough food to last a couple weeks if I need. I didn't go and buy, which surprises me. I don't know why people. I don't know why people go buy milk and eggs and shit that's going to spoil if the power goes out, because that's. I mean, get evaporated milk, get canned goods, get water, get things like that. It's going to be okay. I mean, so I stocked up. I'm going to make some chili tomorrow, shepherd's pie the next day, and I've got plenty of rice, and I'm good. But it's going to be cold. I'm going to be cutting glass with my nipples, and but I've got my little space heaters and all that stuff. I may go get a generator tomorrow. I don't know. I need one. Because we are in tornado country, so it would be helpful.
I know a rage generator that works for free if you need to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, but that's it for me. Generator that's working overtime. Sean, you forgot to tell people about the. Go ahead, JT. Sorry.
I was going to say Friday for me the high is 4, Saturday the high is 7, and then Sunday a warm front's coming through, so it's going to snow a ton, but it'll be 13 degrees. But those are not wind chill. Those are not wind chill numbers either.
We're getting a low of like 14, 12 or something like that on Saturday.
How far north of you is a city in cities in Canada? Like I know Toronto is kind of due north, but like how much further south are you than a place that gets no sun this time of year, like Edmonton or Calgary? Like, are you as far away from them as I am from Miami?
That's a good question. It has to do more with weather patterns than direct latitude in some of this. I will say we are substantially further south to make a difference. So like your Edmontons of the world, that type of thing up there, we are enough south where I would have to drive from like Metro Detroit to maybe Kentucky. So
wow.
Yeah. That's how much further I am south, but you get all kinds of crazy weather with bodies of water around you. You get lake effect snow. You get weird things where if you get like a polar vortex, that water can just grab onto it and you'll stay colder than Antarctica for like 4 days in a row if you catch it the wrong way. So Toronto is further north than me by maybe, if you're going to drive like maybe 50 miles due north.
Give it in kilometers.
Oh gosh. Like about 80. They might be about 80 kilometers north, but they have Lake Huron and Lake Ontario and Lake Erie that kind of keep that peninsula a little bit different of a weather pattern, to the point where like Wisconsin will get the weather 12. Tom will get the weather 12 hours before I do. Then I'll get the weather. Then 12 hours after me, all those dirty Maple Leafs fans will get that weather pattern as well.
And I get it like 3 days after that.
It's weird how it slows down.
We usually get north to south weather, and the east-west stuff just like also chops its way back north. But
sorry, real quick. Sorry, I commented as you, Admiral. I was commenting to RTNZ. I didn't mean that was me typing. Yeah,
sometimes it's short.
I was in the wrong window. I was in the wrong window, and I'm sorry. I try not to do that. That was me.
Don't worry about it. You have permission to see.
But he hears you too.
You are smarter than me, so you're definitely allowed to speak.
Generally, Admiral Teag and I agree on everything.
We do. Which is weird. We agree on a lot of stuff, and a lot of times when these shows run late, it's just because we love hanging out as buddies and talking Star Trek with JT and Germ, and we would do it. We would have like a 10-hour Star Trek show if we could, but you know what? Like
one day we got to do a 24-hour marathon. Fuck it, we got to do a Gil show, a Gil tribute.
Well, next week it's the anniversary of the Tet Offensive. Like sort of a seminal event that starts Admiral Teague's life in motion. I don't know. Like we might have to do something just for that. I mean, I wasn't born during it, but like definitely, I think it was just a little bit formative for my father over there. He was on our side, as you can tell from looking at me. Well, actually, he was Cuban, so I mean, I don't know how many other Cubans he might have fought.
Well, we can do a
again.
guild tribute. We all get a couple of lines of coke, and
I was going to say what my ears perked up.
We'll just do a little bump every couple hours, and we'll stay up, and we'll do a 24-hour stream.
I'm so old that I can't do cocaine anymore. It'll fast forward me like Jennifer Aniston drinking from a false ground. Did that make it into a broadcast?
Get this. I have a cousin, my dad's cousin, right? Like he's pushing 80 now. So he was around in the 80s in the movie scene and stuff. And he was the one telling me, like, if you didn't do coke back then, you weren't trusted. And he told me a few years ago, he texted me, he goes, Sean, I found an 8-ball. He found an 8-ball that he hid in like a hubcap of a 67 Chevelle. After they moved, he was going through his shit, and he opened up this hubcap, and he had an 8-ball.
This cocaine's still around.
Yeah, he had this 8-ball stuffed in there. I'm like, what'd you do with it? He goes, I fucking took it. he's like, what's it gonna do to me?
Did it very slowly.
Yeah, he's like, I just did a little here and there. It's gone now. You know, what's it gonna do to me at this point? I'm falling apart. I'm like, how was it? He goes, it was as good as the day I cut it.
Oh
no. Oh, man. This guy's
I love him so much, man. He's so good.
My uncle's a Roman Catholic priest. I'm sure he's seen his share of cocaine in his life.
Oh, dude, he worked on a movie called Mike's Murder. And he was supplying the director with his stuff, right? And so the director goes, "Hey, do you want a part in the movie?" And he goes, "Well, sure." So he played the cocaine dealer in this movie, and you can look it up on YouTube, Mike's Murder. And there's a scene where the characters go to a lab to buy some coke, and my cousin brought all his shit, his own scales, his own stuff. And so if you look on screen and you watch the scene, it's real coke he's cutting. And they fucking take it. That they did it on the fucking movie.
They gave him real money. We see an actual drug deal go down.
But in the movie, they're really doing it.
So when he's on the phone with these, like back in the day, he's like, "Young Sean, I know that like we all love Gary, but my favorite Met style strawberry, and I'll tell you why in a few more years." Yeah.
But when he told me this story, I'm like, dude, that was real stuff. He goes, yeah. He's like, what are they going to do? Baking soda? He's like, I had it in my pocket. So he cuts it like a champ, dude. Like he's cutting it and weighing it and tapping the scale, like all perfect. And his line in the movie is, "You guys want a taste of this?" And the actor goes, "Fuck yeah." So they do it.
Mick Jagger does cocaine all through this one movie they made of the Rolling Stones. And Trudeau's mom is in the movie. All the Stones were fucking her. The original guy suspected of being Justin Trudeau's father is none other than Ron Wood, the luckiest man in the world, because he should never have been in the Rolling Stones.
Does he look like him?
Kind of. Like, the thing is, they say the timeline forbids Castro. I just know that when Trudeau was born, people were saying, which Rolling Stone is his father? And they're like, by the time he was like 10 years old, they're like, he's too dumb to be Mick's kid. I remember people saying that. He's like, too dumb to have been Mick's kid. The Castro thing came after the Rolling Stones rumor, because during that tour, Margaret Trudeau was traveling on their plane with them and seeing every Rolling Stones tour. And word is Woody slipped it to her. And somehow at the end of that tour, for some reason, the amount of cocaine they brought into the country was somehow no longer okay, even though there was a lot less of it. And they got busted by the RCMP, and they were all going to go to jail until Trudeau calmed down and let them play a charity concert and let them leave. But there's the whole rumor was that it was Ron Wood's kid. Because Trudeau was born in 1976, 9 months after the fucking Rolling Stones Canadian tour.
I looked up comparisons.
It could be, right? It's not too far off.
I looked up comparisons between them, and the other comparisons I found were how much he looks like Fidel Castro, and it's uncanny.
It's uncanny how much he looks like Castro, who is from the same town in Cuba as Admiral Teag. We're both Galician. Well, we're both Galician. We're both Galicians, which is the north coast of Spain. So when they sent their army of occupation, which I am descended from a member of, and I'm very proud of this man who came to get the Cubans in line. You know what? He did quite well for himself there. He died of dysentery while playing dominoes. How he managed to do both at once, I don't know. He went away to take a shit and died. That's what what can I tell you? That's what happened in like the 1880s when my great grandfather got to fucking Cuba, or 1870, where he helped establish the first super patriotism enhancement centers. He was part of that, and like I'll never be ashamed of this one. Like, I should feel bad that like my ancestors like basically were so insane that when they encountered like boats, they said the best thing we could do is put an exploding thing that shoots projectiles on this, and like the waves go up and down, we'll just keep shooting till we hit the other people, because goddamn we'll scare people who don't have these fucking things. Let's go around the world and fuck with people. And I think that if after watching this third episode of Star Trek Academy, they had better never ever say anything about like colonizing and being douchebags to people again. And oh my God, Mr. House Party 6 with
oh nice.
Let me get the sonar on for the sound effect for that one. We have a couple.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
Let's take a look and see who got those amazing super chats from our pal. Let's take a look. Mr. House Party 6, thank you so much. The community's going to be huge. We're going to have like a, oh, wow, and we're one like away from 30 guys. 30 likes are really huge. Whoa. We are going crazy here at the end of the show. Let me do justice to your generosity, my good friend. Mr. House Party 6. Computer, thank Mr. House Party 6.
Unable to comply.
There really is no way to thank you for what you've done. It's an amazing gift to this channel. 5 Admiral Teag memberships. Let's see who was lucky enough to get those memberships in the Guild of Space Patent Admiral Teag. You know what? A community is a team. It eats, sleeps, and fights as a team. We're going to take the new Trek shows and we're going to grab them by the belt. We're going to grab them by the belt and we're going to punch them in the nose. This is where we grab the other guy and kick him in the ass. All right. Hello,
we got to see the poll results.
Thade. Hello, Thade. It's good to see you. 7280. I believe that's just, I know you as Thade. Susan Dolan is now a member, and she's my ranch, too. We love you, Susan. Shrubby 1989 is back with us. Shrubby. I have so many great memories of 1989, like seeing Do the Right Thing in movie theaters and saying, wow, Spike Lee makes sense. That didn't last long. Words and Pictures is long as again, and Sci-Fi Mombi, welcome back to the family. We also have for Mr. House Party 6 a 10 Greenlandian greenback dollar chat. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. Is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Yes, and that is from Hamlet. The Drinker says it in a lot of his essays. It's the name of a David Bowie album, and that is absolutely Shakespeare. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and fruts his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Well, let's do this. Let's do this in the manner of the Royal Shakespeare Company. Hello, my name is Patrick Stewart, and I'm here representing trans warp rights. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets upon its hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot such as myself, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing, like Kurtzman's dialogue for my show. My Picard is better than my Picard might be my strongest imitation.
Yeah, you got a follow-up from Mr. House Party 6 there.
We got 5 more. Guys, let's get this bad boy to 30 likes. We've got John the Beagle Dad, Read by
You got 30 now.
Rocco the Brave, Utley ATM 5389, and Jerry Lahane, welcome back. And we're there. We're at 30 likes, guys. Thank you very much. 35 is even better. Like, we have to set new goals. 30 really starts the Jets go. We lost JT. Was there a super chat that I didn't see?
No.
Sean, did you in your Pride Weather way?
Oh my God, Mr. House Party.
Mr. House Party 6. We're gonna have to expand the show and see if we can get we this one might bounce back.
I'm gonna have to tell the story now. You're gonna have to have me on the member stream.
Story.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys gonna have to get the story of because I wanted
to.
to.
Stream up around Sean. So what do you want to do the member stream? We got this. We did one for January, but we could certainly do one as soon as tomorrow. I don't care. I'm around tomorrow, and I'm also tomorrow, guys, in the afternoon before Doomcock, and maybe slightly overlapping. I will have I'm going to call my pal Inside Man, the Brit who likes to hang with Americans, and he's becoming quite the American file. His American's getting better and better. He's losing. He's losing his English. He said "dude" the other day instead of "blow."
I'll tell you this. Thanks to Mr. House Party, I will give two stories. One is the story of because I wanted to. Admiral Teag knows the story. And the other one is the story. I posted it on X the other day, but it's the story of the most lethal fart I ever dropped. And it's fucking hilarious. As I was typing that thing, when I was typing that, I was laughing in here in the room. And I came out, my wife's like, why were you laughing? I'm like, I was relaying the story about that time in my office, and she just started laughing. Oh, God, it's so good. It's so good.
Well, I mean, it's going to be so cold tomorrow in Texas that the two of you could go outside, and they say only a diamond can cut another diamond. You and your wife have a unique chance to etch each other's nipples. Think about that. You're the only friend I have I can tell a joke like that to. People go, please leave my home now.
Actually, tomorrow's going to be okay. It's Saturday. It's I guess today's Saturday, but it'll be like Sunday morning early is when it gets cold. I'm hoping we get some snow because we never get snow. So I, of course, will be making a phallic symbol and sending it to my friends.
Absolutely. You build a big dick in your front lawn. Fucking make sure it's really overly detailed to scare your neighbors.
I'll get a fucking letter from the HOA for sure. I don't care.
Well, all of a sudden, Sean will be in the house and he'll hear several reports, and he'll look outside and be like, "Someone shot my phallus to pieces."
Yeah, the letter is going to be like, on Sunday, January 24th, we observed a large snow penis in your front yard. This is in contrast to, it's going to be some bullshit like that.
You know what you can say is that you were temporarily gay after watching Star Trek Starfleet Academy, and that while you were pronoun confused, you went outside and made a penis out of envy because you forgot you actually have one already. Because the show's trying to make you change your dating habits, like the like the frogs that live outside of Disneyland. We have strong reports that the frogs outside of Disneyland have all become gay. We have heard that. We have heard that the frog population in Disneyland is spiking because they are recruiting aggressively. Apparently, there's something in the water, and it would explain what goes on. The last job.
It's actually like it's not really frogs. It's just little boys that think they're going to Pleasure Island, and instead of donkeys, they're being turned into frogs.
Pleasure Island is gone, right? Oh wait, no, that's
Tom Sawyer's Island is gone.
Tom Sawyer's Island is gone, and so is the Mark Twain riverboat. Fuck you for that.
The one place where parents
memories.
And it was the one thing where the parents could just let the kids run because they knew they were on an island, and there was one way on and one way off, and you knew they weren't going to go anywhere. And they got rid of it.
Mr. House Party 6 with 5 board memberships, sir.
My goodness.
We are going to have a large community. You know what? Like, I really hope a lot of people come through. Last week's show was an incredible phenomenon. This happens every 3-day weekend. We picked up 20 viewers off last week's show because of the 3-day weekend. This show is pretty evergreen. We do like a pretty good Star Trek analysis. And then when we have these Thursday shows, we don't care. Enterprise, we're a lot more serious. A lot of those shows are chaptered as well. We care a lot about the Gene Roddenberry Star Trek. We have a duty to warn with the new Star Trek. We really do. And hey, Radioactive Actual with Kurtzman Hogwarts turns to Jem Hadar. It'll change your dating habits. We got memberships from Mr. House Party 6 and an amazing $2 Greenlandian greenback from Radioactive Actual, a member of the Landman panel. And you know what, Landman, I couldn't believe they got it together in those last 2 episodes and were able to make a good show. It was absolutely stunning. And now at 3:33, I think we're all plugged up. And I think we can say thank you to our very generous chat as we take a look and see what. Oh, Sean, it's not even close.
Real quick, but before you do that, there was a message from JT. He lost his internet. And he's trying to reset his router, so he didn't just leave.
We'll be here for a few after the show, JT.
Yeah.
I will leave the feed open for a while to see if you come back. What?
Yeah, thank you, Radioactive and Mr. House Party. So 3, 5. Man, I'm gonna have to come up with a third Sean story. I'll tell you about that spicy romantic evening that Admiral Teag and I shared in Paris.
That's how this show got going, and that's why Starfleet Academy is not going to be in Paris. They're spiting us for our love, Sean. They hate us for the way we were born.
It's okay. We'll always have Paris.
That's right. We're not French, but we kiss that way. we met there to time travel forward to stop the birth of Jean-Luc Picard to the Borg Queen. But we couldn't do it. We could have tried. We tried so hard. And all they did was kill the woman from Enterprise as a reward. Because
Jean-Luc Picard? Oh, God.
Jean-Luc is like, it's Celtic. It's just they use J where the Irish use the S. But like, it's like, I think he has earned being a Jawn. John Picard. Oh, God. Discard. Oh, God. Discard. Just press discard. Like, why they turned him into a robot, then erased all those other seasons, and then reestablished you as a robot. Like, what are the stakes? Just take his Katra. And why are we going to go through the Forge with, like, why not just bring back Serac and put him into a fucking Vulcan, like a fucking Soong-type body? Would it be because Serac would, like, get very angry and kill the person who did it and then turn himself off immediately?
I think it would take a human to just say fuck it and out everything because he didn't have the inhibitions that the other Vulcans did.
How come they're okay with Picard being a Soong-type robot? Like, how come the Rikers are okay with Picard being a Soong-type robot when, for the love of God, everybody knows that their kid died because of the lack of Soong-type technology? Hello, JT. You reset your VPN. Welcome back.
God. Oh, my God. Oh, it's Share Your Pain.
News.
Oh, we're going to have to watch this shit.
Oh, no. I should have.
It's only one episode next week. We'll be able to get the show done in 90 minutes.
All right.
You know what?
I will do it for you guys, chat, because I both JT, Germ, and myself told Teague we were done.
This was the end. We were done. Oh,
but
my
you know
God,
what? We'll go. We'll do it.
Whoa, Mr. House Party 6. We are nuts. We are having ourselves a day. I think Admiral Teag is going to have to have two member meetings this week. Thank you, sir. Maybe we'll all watch a movie together. I know that like Critical Drinker has 3 million subs, and when he has his meetings of what do you call it of his community, he topped out at like 35 people last time. He's like, I find this quite refreshing. I think you're going to do it more often. And like, you just get to talk to Drinker. So my favorite thing about talking to Drinker is that like usually right away, like I'm too intimidated to speak to the great man because he's so smart and witty. Like, what do you say? Like, greetings from New York. And he's like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, damn, I don't have anything clever to say back. I'll just be silent, which is a good policy with someone that smart. But then RTNZ goes on and tells Critical Drinker that I'm a good YouTuber. And like, I cry a manly tear of pride that someone with that great of taste could support me. And I have great people like Radioactive Actual and Mr. House Party 6, who's gifted like 25 Admiral Teag memberships today. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, at least 25 Admiral Teag memberships tonight. It is just one of those things. I can't thank you enough, but as far as this goes, it looks like, no appeal for leniency is going to save us. We're just going to have to end the poll. Germ would deny its efficacy. Germ probably will have to be brought in under the Insurrection Act to be forced to watch it.
Yeah.
Seems to me like there's just no way it's going to happen. Unfortunately, I got to tell you guys, this is the only fun of
the needs of the many.
Party 6 up there to honor him for what he did for our channel. I really want to thank you very much. And I'm not following my own advice. Whenever you do the pop out chat, it gets rid of the best thing of this is the live chat, which is that's what's really important. And I guess we don't need 2 copies of the chat on screen. I certainly hope all the weird noises I've heard tonight are only in our StreamYard's environment. God knows we've had enough shows where we thought the sound was a disaster. You listen to it later and it's like, oh, it's actually okay. So we hope you guys are 5x5 out there. We have had a great time talking about this, but this is a lot of fun. I have an admission, Kurtzman's party mouth. Kurtzman's got a pretty mouth. You know what? I would like to see him Ned baited, Deliverance style. That's my opinion. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but I would like to see if in that puppet show there was a Kurtzman puppet. I would like to see that Kurtzman puppet sort of bukkakied. And maybe that's something Snow Dub could do for us. The same horse that killed Catherine the Great. Let's clone that horse. We have a sample of its semen. I can't wait.
Where's it stored?
We're going to just scrape Catherine the Great's coffin. I'm sure there's still some on the lid. They buried that. You know that they kept that horse's line going because it was good at what it did. I mean, come on. That horse has sires. I'm sure that. When they killed the Tsar and his family, a lot of that horse's sires were lost, I suppose. We could wonder.
So where is that stuff stored? Is it like in the cheeks of a certain Albertan, like a chipmunk?
Yes, it absolutely is. And by the way, guys, just a little current events here. SETI Canada 4 is not breaking away, okay? SETI Canada 3 exploded when they tried to do it. Montreal's been in this pipe dream for years. It's a work dodge. This is a con. And I've seen the people they have out there like stumping for this. We all know one person who's all in and door knocking for Albertan independence. First of all, you're not dragging your socialist ways into our country, but like, sure, when that person showed up on your door, do you think that they're a good case for why Canada needs to do things different? I mean, maybe, right? I'd be like, whoa. If we produce this person, we've got to be doing it. They must be very effective. This country produced me. False. No, it really did. Damn.
That person never showed up my door.
No, I'm saying if they were to.
Repping
something, it'd be like, sir, perhaps seeing a dentist, that halitosis, sir. Like, how can you
I don't know. I don't know.
Pleasant breath.
I don't want to comment.
That's true.
We have the castle law here, so.
No, it's a castle doctrine. In New York, if you have a pistol permit, you have a moving castle doctrine now.
It's the same here, but it has to be in at nighttime.
The
there's
movie
nuances.
Rust has changed my life. I might remarry now. like some of my old girlfriends like call me up, and if the right one does, like I would remarry her now. My plan used to be that I would save up enough money to take a vacation to Jordan, and then just
Wait,
say
you would remarry your ex-wife?
No, my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, because you said
No,
you'd
I'd never
remarry.
No,
Because
I
you
would,
said
I would get
remarry.
married. I would get married again. That's right. Remarry is a specific
okay,
term.
okay.
I would once again marry there is one of my ex-girlfriends that I would absolutely marry if she got with me again.
We all have one of those.
But yeah, we all have one of those. It would last about 6 months. Don't get me wrong. We would have the same old problems in 5 fucking minutes. But wow, the sex! I would be in such great shape for like at least a few years after that. But the bottom line is share your pain. One, stop.
Me too, but it would be based on a lot of 2-minute sessions. 2-minute abs. I'm gonna make a tape.
Oh God! All right, so listen. Mr. House Party 6, thank you for being part of the continuum of this show. I can't thank you guys enough. Let me put your chat back on screen. Saving Star Trek is brought to you by this particular Saving Star Trek is brought to you by the absolute idiocy of Alex Kurtzman's rantings and ravings of political convenience, where he acts like a fucking asshole. And probably
I am not a fucking asshole.
Yes, you are. Look, Jim, it's familiar object association. Aaliyah used to stick this in her asshole.
Admiral, I gotta play this again. Hold
Go
on.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You got the right song. You got the right song. He was playing Gary Ellen.
Was he?
Which is the song from We Were Soldiers. That is the song of the 7th Cavalry. And here's some football trivia for you. Some of you guys know this
Cavalry,
one.
you're talking about General Custer, are you not?
From Michigan. Yeah, his
Yes,
outfit.
sir. I have seen the location.
It's his fault.
The Atari game was especially great.
Yes, his was low res but effective. Colonel Custer, as his true rank was after the war when they took away his brevet generalship for having terrible tactical minds, when he left behind the 3 Gatling guns, he started the Patriot dynasty by telling the regimental band, "You guys stay behind to guard the supplies." Among them, the father of Vinnie Vinatieri.
Ah, interesting.
What's weird is he's also the ancestor of Vinatieri's twin brother, and I want to know how that happened. That needs to be looked into. I also found out that both George Bushes are descended from the same common ancestor on the Mayflower. Now that's some weird shit. Both being president, both having common ancestors. It's like it's a setup or something. It's like it's fixed. And with that, I just want to thank everybody for being here for the Star Trek Share Your Pain. What do we name the show? Star Trek Share Your Pain? Or Into the
I think that's a good one.
Teag and Friends.
No
Star Trek
hypos,
Share Your Pain.
I think Share Your Pain.
No hypos. Yeah.
Star Trek Share Your Pain is the new name.
I like
of this show.
share Your Pain, and then maybe a colon and no hypos.
Oh, Krimwan, I didn't realize what super sticker you had sent, so I guess I have to sing the song, right?
You went all in on a rainbow. Yeah.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? My girlfriend's a pig, go back where you came from. We don't like your type in our green town. Whoa! There you go. That's the best Kermit the Frog I can do. Kermit the Frog, Don't. I am glad that when Kermit the Frog was over there in the Middle East, he didn't pick up Islam, because he would have then had to kill his girlfriend, and he was no more going down there to skiffle around with find the pig in the boat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, pigs are haram, so that Amelia thing is fucking hilarious. This version of Saving Star Trek is brought to you by Amelia, the idiocy of Alex Kurtzman, the brilliance of Gene Roddenberry, Sean, Germ, and JT. I thank them all so much for the pound of flesh they sacrificed. Everyone had to watch this piece of shit like 4 times to get through it. It was a fucking horror story. But I want to thank Ruby Who, FKHD 2005, Krimlon, Radioactive Actual, RRTNZ, and the Dead Man,
and Mr. House Party
David
number
Jones,
6.
Mark D with a C, and Mr. House Party with a 6, over and over and over. And Mr. House Party 6 with 5 memberships in the study with who was the hot chick from Clue? With Susan Sarandon and her big tits, and she's got her mouth taped shut. She's got her mouth taped shut. Unless you want her to have her mouth open, then it's full. All right, but yeah. Let's bring back a line from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Is Susie on the rag, or is the rag on Susie? Guys, this is the only fun we had with this stupid fucking show.
Yeah.
Was making the. I think we made one of the best thumbnails. Thank you, Brock. We're in the thumbnail business. Meat's back on the menu, boys. The Scissor Sisters are going back to their cabin.
This has got to be the ongoing thumbnail. You got to keep this one.
Do you think so? It's pretty.
Oh,
perfect.
don't forget, we got to thank the ILEA probe for being here as well.
I also like to thank Ilea, who has a USB plug up her ass. She's a fucking asshole.
I am not a fucking asshole.
Ilea. And we'd like to thank Stephen Harper for getting his message. What's the name of Decker? What was Decker Unit's name? Stephen Harper. Is that it? We'd like to thank the Decker Unit actor for having all of his neighbors sign that petition that they know he lives there. Oh my God, he didn't do anything, but the stuff he said when he was at the therapy, like, never try to fix your marriage, okay? That wife just took him for everything he has done. Whoa. And so thank you all, and we love you very much. And we'll also, the Decker Unit might be a fitting ending. Does Star Trek, the motion picture, now have a happy ending for Decker? I guess he was always happy to do that weirdo. But like with what he was doing with his computer, everyone's pretty happy about that he's not on TV.
I don't
anymore.
know. I always saw that, like when they merged, and then there's that huge explosion. That's a pretty big fucking orgasm right there. I think he was pretty happy.
It got him off the hook for trillions of murders. It's like that thing had wiped out so many solar systems, and it's just like, Beeger is a child. It's like, what do you expect? What do you think we should do now with your child, Jim? But we forgot to get this one. Ridiculously crammed in Roe v. Wade reference when, hey, Mr. House Party. We'll get to that in a second. I have to honor this super chat. Brought to you by Mr. House Party 6. One of the things that they did in this show that was absolutely retarded was the they, them, Hadars says to Captain Holly Hunter, she says to it, we have to nip it in the bud or kill it in the womb, whichever you prefer. Which was like, she's like, I'll go with the plant analogy. And that was obviously in there just because then they both pause and look at each other and like, this bitch is some kind of clone because she's a they, them, Hadar. So I don't know what the fuck she cares. But Mr. House Party 6 with a very generous $10 super chat.
Thanks a lot, man.
The generosity of the show. Let me get into this.
Thank you to everybody.
Kurtzman has a pretty mouth. Oh yes, hey guys, thank you so much. You are all the best. And you know what? We got a member stream coming up. Maybe Friday afternoon. I know I'll be around tomorrow with Inside Man talking stuff. He's watched Landman, so we get more Landman going. Maybe we'll get Germ back. We're gonna have a good old time tomorrow afternoon, just hanging out. And Buddy Hepburn saying the important stuff, thanking everybody for me. Dude, you have been key to professionalizing this station. Everybody, give it up for Buddy, man. I know I want to thank him right now for doing such a great job.
And if you're a hot chick, give it up to Buddy.
Yes, give it up to Buddy. And we're talking like at least... We're talking like movie era Marina Sirtis. Like we don't want before or after, and also she can be like the prime minister of Beta Zone. Why can't she be like her country's, her planet's prime minister? Why can't she be bereft of the power?
Star Trek Insurrection was peak Marina Sirtis. That was the peak.
She was fucking only about 35 years old, and her cans were huge. She had gotten them like enlarged like 3 times. She was still
the hair was nice.
The booze hadn't caught up with her yet, and we didn't know what she was like on the inside. Yeah, totally would. But like I have my own little plan here. I have put in a bid for Monica Lewinsky's stained blue dress. I'm going to use that I'm going to use that one to make myself a midget version of President Clinton, so I can have him give me his scary genius ideas like Tyrion Lannister. But also to get some of Monica's DNA out of there, because I'm sure it's pretty damp in the crotch. I can get some of that, and I can make myself my own Monica, and it can eat as much as it wants because I have Ozempic. Have you seen how hot she looks now? Holy shit, she's the biggest Ozempic success story, or should I say like the most average size. Her body looks great now on the Ozempic. Now, she may have stopped or she may have passed the point and now look like a twig, but for a minute there,
how old is she now?
It's like 44.
The
reason why she was working in the reason why it was improper is because she was only 21, because to stop people from having affairs, a man who is very much disapproves of affairs, Newt Gingrich, who felt so bad about his 5 affairs that after the 4th Protestant nomination kicked him out, he came to the only religion with infinite resets. Welcome to Catholicism, Newt, you fucking asshole. We have to accept you, but I don't have to like you. I forgive your infidelity because your wives did, except the one that you left while she was dying from cancer. She didn't live long enough to change your mind. She still pretty much hated you when I saw her on 60 Minutes. But he took he closed down the government, which is a popular thing to do. And he said, we can get by with interns. And so the professionals that Bill paid to do the job were all fired, but they sat at home and just like phoned in their notes to their interns who had to go have the meetings with the president. He's like, I would have a lot more fun if you didn't read these notes and let me actually read them with my eyes. Might free up your mouth. She's 52. All right. You know what? Like, she was puffy enough to not wrinkle. She took excellent care of herself. Her face looks great. She got a little plastic surgery on the face, but she didn't get the scooped out cheeks. She doesn't look like the chick from The Boys. Oh my God. Like, what can that chick do except like people who have snuff fantasies, right? It's like, she'll still be alive afterwards, but my God, and to blame us for that. This show 100% thinks that actress was destroyed by the fans, but 100% passed on giving her a job. We leave you with that to ponder the morality of Kurtzman. I thank all of you, the generosity of viewers like you. You know her, you love her, and let's have let's have Sydney Sweeney see us out of here. It's going to be weird. Maybe we need to ease the transition and show Sydney here first so that people don't go into shock. Because Sydney's we've covered up her cleavage and her breasts here with Radioactive, which is the only time he's being upset to have his name up on screen. I mean, like, everyone loves to see their name on screen, including me. YouTubers, keep doing this thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, Salma Hayek looks amazing. Yeah, and she didn't need the Ozempic. So you know what? My browser just crashed. That'll give me another real short view. Now we have to go for 5 more hours so I can even out the view length. No, I'm just kidding. We were talking about Marina Sirtis. I'm going to leave it up to Armis if we can end the show. Armis, what do you think? Marina, he reacts better to you.
Let's go.
Not yet.
No, fuck you, Armis. You know what? The neural derp had Armis killing people all over the bridge. That was great stuff. There was a new neural derp. Might be time to bring neural derp back. And Tachyon Pulse, I'm gonna DM you. We got some stuff to talk about, like not about your takes. I want to know why you think some of Star Trek Academy is good. Our fans treated you very well, and we can even like it might be fun. Like the Tachyon Pulse has some fucking wild political ideas, wild stuff. We have like you guys will not abuse him. I would let him on here if you and like that's why I'm not afraid to maybe invite Matthew Modine. If you like want Matthew Modine on here, leave me a comment. Campaign for it. I know what the price is. It's not crazy. I could pull it off. And he would only talk for like maybe about an hour, and would only be about Kubrick movies, which I think everyone would be pretty happy about. And the First Amendment, because I don't think he's crazy about the second. Although it made him a lot of money shooting people in movies. I'd point that out to him. So you didn't mind the Second Amendment in the movies, but we do love Matthew Modine's work. Yeah, I mean Alec Baldwin too. You know what? Before we get rusty, do 2 shows in one. We are just way over time here, but 3:57, that's a lethal time to stop and a good time to show you Miss Sweeney looking her best. We love you all.
I am not a fucking asshole.
Yes, you are. Can I finish? All right, let's get out of here while we're all still high energy. We love you all.